Hello all you couch detectives out there, my name is Lee, and thank you for being here. If you enjoy the video, subscribe, like, share, hype, or all of the above. YouTube seems to like that. For everything Couch Detectives, go to couchdetectivestv.com. Okay, enough rambling, let's get into it. Today's case brings us to Pensacola, Florida. Cheryl Kane, a 29-year-old resident of Cantonment, Florida. Born on August 2nd, 1979, she was known as a local rodeo star and worked at a local veterinarian's office in Pensacola in the pursuit of her passion for working with animals. Cheryl Kane was last heard from on the evening of March 23, 2009, after calling family letting them know she was on her way home. She never made it home that night. It wasn't until March 25th that Cheryl's body was found, discarded in a dumpster behind what appears to be an abandoned Shell gas station on Highway 29 in Pensacola. Her hands were bound behind her back with what appeared to be auxiliary cords from a VCR. A trash bag wrapped around her head, just a disgusting act by a disgusting person. Cheryl's vehicle was found at a motel in Pensacola, and evidence taken from that led investigators to a suspect, 29-year-old Scott Joseph Thompson. Thompson was actually interrogated twice, and both are in this video. The second interrogation, they did not have to physically apprehend him. He was already in custody at the Scumbag County Jail on unrelated charges when the murder warrant was issued for his arrest. So they were able to bring him right in for his interrogation. And here are both of those interrogations.
Okay, obviously you're up here, so we're not over at your house. So there's some preliminary stuff I'll have to do. Because I'm up here and I'm asking you questions and I'm doing an investigation on homicide, I'm gonna have to give you your rights. Okay. Today's date, 3/31/09. Time right now I have is 8:58 hours. I know we talked the other day. I kind of was in a rush because I was trying to get over to talk to Larry. So I didn't get a chance to get a recorded statement from you. This is going to be that recorded statement.
Okay.
You're going to have a lot of the same questions I asked you the other day. Obviously, the new part would be, her wallet and stuff about that wallet. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present while being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer will be appointed for you without cost before questioning. If you wish to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Okay. You understand each of those rights? This basically is the form, and those are the questions I just read for you. What I'd like you to do is initial by each one, and then right here where it's signed, and then I'll witness it. I'll tell you what, when we go for questions before we start, go ahead. Okay, I'll witness this. Okay. I'll start writing this down, and I think I did that. Well, I may have just did it off the top of my head the other day. Okay, what was the last time you saw Cheryl Kane?
Friday.
And you're talking about Friday of the week before last, because I was with you Friday. And she was found dead on Wednesday, so the week before.
Yeah.
So let's see, the 25th was Wednesday, 24th, 23rd, 22nd, 21st, 20th. So you're talking about Friday the 20th of March. That was last time.
Yeah.
That was the last time you saw her physically.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where were you at?
I was at my house.
Oh, right there on 9.5 Mile? Okay. I mean, on 9 Mile?
9 Mile.
Or your parents' house?
No, 9 Mile.
Okay. So she came by your little house there on 9 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
What was the circumstances?
She had gave me some money a couple of days before. I was supposed to be find her some smoke. And just didn't round anything up, and she came back by to get her money.
Now, by
30
smoke, you
bucks.
mean marijuana?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it was $30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you didn't have any luck finding her any weed, so you gave her the $30 back.
Yes, sir.
Was anybody with her when she came by?
No, sir.
Okay. So she's by herself. What was she driving?
Her white car.
Okay. Okay. So she comes along in a white car, and you get the money back to her.
Mm-hmm.
How long is she over there?
Not long, maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, 2 or 3 minutes. And you
Just
remember what
getting off
time of the
work
day?
and, it's about 5:30.
And you knew that because you were already off
Just
work?
getting off work.
So you had just gotten off work, gone home. She call you beforehand and set it up, or she just show up?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So she called first.
Yeah.
And this occurred around 5 p.m., 5:30?
5:30.
Around 5:30 p.m. on the 20th. Okay. When was the last time you actually spoke to her or communicated with her not in person?
Monday.
Monday. Okay. So Monday would be the 21st. Okay. 22nd?
Yeah, 22nd.
Something like that. Okay. So that Monday prior to her death, how did you speak to her then?
On the phone.
Okay. So she called you or you called her?
I called her.
Okay. So Scott called Cheryl. And what did you call her about?
I talked to Larry before that, and he was saying that he owed her some methadone from like a couple weeks ago. I guess they used to kind of, swap back, when he didn't have none, she would give him some, and then when he went, he'd give her some.
Right.
And I was just asking if he'd paid her that back, and basically told her that, I could look for her something if she needed to. And
So all of y'all go to the methadone clinic?
yes, sir.
Okay. I know I asked you this the other day. What are the days you go to the methadone clinic?
Monday and Thursday.
Okay, so you called her and said you could hook her up, I guess because you've been to the meth clinic that
No, I was talking about like finding her some marijuana,
Okay, all right.
and she said that she didn't need like a quarter or nothing this time. She just wanted something real small, like a
Okay,
little nickel or something like that.
okay.
And
Will you make a little profit off that or something? Or you get a little smoke off of it?
not really. I kind of quit smoking, but
Okay.
just, I mean,
But you're close
Only
enough
time I
friends
really-
with her that you hook her up that
the
way?
only time I really hear from her or talk to her is if she wants something. I mean,
Right.
we don't really have like that relationship, like hang out all the time and,
Right.
buddy. I mean, she used to come over when Larry lived with me, she would stay some, and kind of told him, she'd stay over, like stay the night sometime. And I told her Derek really didn't, he really didn't even like me having a roommate to begin with, and then the extra people. So, I mean, besides that, when she would come over, I mean, we really didn't, we didn't go out to the club together. Remember you asked me if we had a relationship, but I mean, no.
Okay.
No relationship.
So
or
Monday, you call her
nothing.
and say, hey, I can hook you up with some weed? Is that the basics of it?
Somebody fixing to get some.
Okay. And did she take you up on that offer?
She said she just wanted something small.
Okay.
So I was like, do you think he would do, like a nickel? I said, let me call and check.
Okay. Did you call and check?
Yeah.
And was he going to do a nickel?
He was, but it's just waiting to get it.
Okay. And so what was the arrangement from that point? Did you call her back?
Call
to
her
let
back and let her know. And
How long was that conversation?
maybe like a minute. Couple minutes.
You remember about what time of day this was?
I think it was about 5:30, right after work.
Okay, so around 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what happens?
Let's see. I called her. She told me that. Called my buddy. Called her back. Said it was going to be a little bit, and she said she was finishing eating supper, and that I don't know the guy's name, but she said she was going to try to go get some Xanax or something like that. And
Okay.
She said that I think I talked to her that time, might have been about 3 minutes when I called back, and she said she was going to go have a beer and hang out for a while. And she said, I guess she's talking to some guy, Tommy or something, and she said that Tommy had told her that he loved her or something, and it kind of made her feel weird or something. Said she was kind of weird that she had just met him and he was telling her he loved her.
Okay.
And she said she was going to have a couple beers.
She said where she was going?
No.
Okay. Was she with anybody that you could tell?
No.
Okay. And, okay, so did you eventually get the weed?
No.
Okay. Did he call you back and say he couldn't get it or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this you're talking to? I realize you don't want to give up your drug source, but this is a little bit different kind of situation. I need to know who he is so I can confirm who it is. I'm going to have his phone number on your phone record. So what's his name?
Adam.
Adam what?
Poust.
Adam Poust?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to spell that?
Poust.
Okay. So you've made several phone calls between Adam and Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
trying to arrange a little bit of weed going back and forth, right? What's the number to Poust?
Let's see. 516.
Okay.
I mean, he said he could do, like, he could probably do a nickel. He didn't have that much right now, but, he'd be getting some more probably later. And I just, I really didn't want to mess with it. Just something small.
Okay.
Not that I'm really into it for profit, but,
Right.
$5 here and there.
Okay. So, how many phone calls would go between you and Cheryl that time? Do you remember?
Oh, 3.
Okay. So maybe 3 calls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you never see her. What time was the last call?
Maybe 7.
All right. So around 7 p.m. Okay. And when was the last time with Adam?
I think I called Adam once.
After that?
When I called him to see, if he would do something small, he said he didn't have none right then, but maybe later. But I really didn't even call him back after that. Just
So one phone call.
one phone call.
What did you take it to be later as going to be?
I mean, like later on.
Later in the night? Later that same night?
Later.
And you didn't call him again?
No.
And what, she kind of expecting you to get some weed for?
It's just kind of, she only wanted like a nickel, and she would call me, a lot of times, and I just wouldn't call back, or she'd call and I wouldn't answer, or just not really wanting to mess with it. But.
And that's the last time you talked to her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she never came over that night?
No, sir.
And she never talked to you on the phone again after that?
No, sir.
Okay. And of course, yesterday I go over to your house because I get a call from the family saying Larry Spears has called them saying that he was over at your house
Mm-hmm.
and had found Cheryl's wallet
Mm-hmm.
in your room,
Yes, sir.
under your bed,
Mm-hmm.
and has When I went over there and talked to you, you said that's where you placed it. Is that right?
Under the mattress.
Under the mattress, right. Well, under your bed, under the mattress, sorry. Yeah, between the box spring and the mattress.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When I got there, Larry set the wallet on my car, and I collected it from him.
Mm-hmm.
And you were standing there when I did that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You told me at that time that you had set it there for safekeeping. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you find that wallet?
Thursday, Thursday or Friday. I don't think when. When did you come over?
I came over to your house by Friday. Yeah, that Friday I came by.
Friday. It was Saturday.
Okay.
Next day.
So you found the wallet on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Did you work that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you find it before you went to work, after you went to work?
After.
Okay. So you found it in the evening time.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what was the circumstances? Tell me how you found it.
I was packing up the rest of Larry's stuff. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, he'd already got his bed and some of his clothes. He left a basket and stuff in the dresser. And I was packing the rest of his stuff, putting it out there on the little sunroom.
Okay.
And just packing up everything. And then I saw that. And I think the only thing else there was like a hair clip.
Now, exactly where was it?
It was in the dresser.
In the dresser.
Yeah.
Now, when we came by the other day, you said me and James Newton could walk through your house with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked through your house, and I did see the little room that's across from yours that he had sat in there. And I looked in the room, and I really didn't see anything as far as furniture-wise in there. Where was this dresser sitting?
The dresser?
Yeah. You said the dresser?
Mm-hmm.
Where was it sitting? I don't recall it.
Up against the wall.
Okay. When you look in the room, which wall?
Over to the right.
Over to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a dresser over here to the right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how tall was it?
Short. Like that.
Did you move that dresser out on the porch as well?
No. I moved it.
Okay. So when I came back over there yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and you gave me that written consent to go through your house, and we walked through the house, was that dresser still in there?
No.
Okay. Where was it moved to?
Ended up giving it to some Fowlers, the Tasha, and they drove by when we were out there yesterday.
Okay.
They drove by and they were in that Jeep Cherokee.
The people that were talking, they said, mentioning Larry, they were there to see Larry.
Maybe because they saw Larry there first. But,
Okay. All right. You gave it to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lamp.
When did you give that to them?
I think that day, Saturday.
Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
So they came over at night? You got that?
Mm-hmm.
And who were these people?
Pam and Tasha Fowler. They live not far.
Pam and what Fowler?
Tasha.
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 And their last name is Fowler?
Fowler.
Like the street?
Yes, sir.
You got a phone number for them?
Mom's kind of weird. She's got the two sisters and the brother. And they're kind of, I wouldn't say troublemakers, but they're always looking for free stuff and, going to the pawn shops. I mean, not the pawn shops, but the flea market and stuff. What would I have it under? Yeah. Fowler, that's right. They just got a new phone and I'm not supposed to call it, but I'll give you the number here. It's 637-1446. 637-1446.
Okay. Now, when you found this wallet, did you go through it?
I just unzipped it and seen that it was her ID.
Did you think that was important?
I thought it was just something that would, would need to hold on to.
Okay, so when I came over and I talked to you on Friday, and I said that I was, investigating the death of Cheryl, and then I was looking to talk to Larry and could you assist me in contacting Larry and all that, you didn't think that finding the wallet in Larry's old bedroom was of importance?
I really didn't think of it at the time, like putting two and two together, like, that was her wallet. I just, because she's had stuff there before, and, it really didn't click like, oh, that was her wallet. I figured it, might have been like an old wallet or.
Okay. But you saw her driver's license in it and all that? Okay. She got her driver's license and all that stuff in there, and you didn't think it was important? Okay. And then for safekeeping, instead of calling me, you put it under your bed?
I just stuck it under my mattress. I didn't put it out with this stuff. I knew I was going to. I figured you'd be calling the next day or the day after.
Okay. And so you never saw Cheryl again and never talked to her again after that Monday?
No.
Okay. Where were you Monday night?
I got off work, got in the shower, went to my parents and ate supper.
Okay.
Been eating over there lately.
Okay. But what time do you get off work?
About 5:30.
Okay. You told me you were making those phone calls to Cheryl at 5:30. Are you over at your parents' house making these phone calls about drugs, or are you at your house?
No, I was at my house.
Okay. So
getting in the shower.
You said 5:30 or 6. So when are you eating?
About 7. 6.
About 7. Okay. So you went home, didn't take a shower at your house, right? You took a shower at your parents'?
No, took a shower at my house.
Okay. So you take a shower at your house, make these phone calls, and you said you did phone calls up to about 7 p.m. And then I guess you go to your parents' house. And your parents will confirm that you had dinner with them that night.
Yep.
Okay. So you had dinner at your parents' house with your parents?
Yeah.
Who all was there?
My mom, my dad, my sister, my niece.
And you had dinner around 7 o'clock? Remember what you ate?
I think we had Aunt Laura's casserole.
Is that your sister?
No.
Who's Aunt Laura? An aunt?
Yeah, it's my mom's.
What do you call it? Is that her recipe, or does she come over and make it?
No, it's
okay. It's her recipe.
Type thing.
Okay. So you had dinner over at your parents' house, and then what'd you do?
Just went back to the house.
Okay. Go anywhere after that?
No.
Okay. So you were home for the rest of the night?
Yes.
Did you stop from going to your parents' house back to your apartment at all?
No.
Okay. So it's straight shot to your parents, straight shot back. What time do you think you got back to your apartment?
8:30, 8:30.
Okay. And then what do you do? Just hang out there all night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually go to bed by
Did you work Tuesday?
Tuesday.
The next day?
No.
You were off?
Yeah.
Is that a normal day off for you?
No. I just was fixing to be going to court. I mean, not to court, but to probation and that warrant thing. And was it Tuesday? Tuesday, I ended up turning myself in on that warrant.
Okay. What time Tuesday did you turn yourself in?
Maybe 4:35. I was at my parents' pretty much all day. Dad went golfing and then went out in the morning.
So that morning you go over to your parents' house. Remember what time it was you went over there?
It was fairly early. 8:30. My dad had already left for going golfing.
So you get over there about 8:30 in the morning. Who's home when you get over there?
My mom.
Okay. Anybody else home?
No.
Okay. And what do you do when you get there?
Just hang out, watch TV.
Did you stay there pretty much all day?
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Did you,
My dad got off from golfing probably 1 o'clock.
okay.
And that's when we were calling, trying to check about the warrant and all that.
And you had planned to take off, or did you call in that morning?
No, I planned.
Okay. So it was a known day off. You were going to be off on Tuesday.
Yeah. I thought I was going to take the whole, like the rest of the week off.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're going to be turning yourself in on Tuesday, right? For the warrant.
No, I've already turned myself. All right, you're talking about
that Tuesday, right? And so Monday night you're at home, and pretty much the next day you're turning yourself in, right?
I didn't know it was going to be Tuesday.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be that week.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be more like.
Why did you take Tuesday off?
Just because I thought I was going to be in jail for like on a no bond until my court date.
Okay.
And that's when.
Did you have Wednesday off too?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have Thursday off?
No, I went back to work Thursday.
Okay. And you worked Monday?
Monday? No, I don't think I did it Monday.
You told me on Monday you got home about 5:30.
What's that?
Mm. You went to the clinic that morning though.
Yeah, I went to the clinic.
Did you work?
Trying to think. This was just Monday.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. I was taking all that week. Yeah, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was off.
Okay.
So, Saturday was the last day I worked.
Okay. So you were off Sunday, you're off Monday, you're off Tuesday, you're off Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. And you plan on taking care of your court stuff that week?
Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't do it Monday?
No.
Okay. So Monday night you're home. So you figure you got Tuesday and Wednesday to take care of it. You got to wait for first appearance and all that, right? So that's why you were waiting. So you turned yourself in, and you thought you'd have no bond, so you'd see the judge the next morning. Is that what you planned on, hoping to get out that then, or what?
Well, just from everybody I talked to, they say when you violate on a technicality, there's a no bond.
Right.
And usually, when you go in for the warrant, you stay there for at least a month till your court date.
Okay.
So, I had planned in my head that,
this was it for a while.
I was probably going to be going for a month.
And you weren't going out partying?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. So your last night possible of freedom for a month, and you weren't going to go out and do anything?
Well, I mean, I didn't know it would be Tuesday. But
right.
My boss man, Henry, Derek's dad, called me down there because I told him, I wanted to take a week off.
Right.
Because, I'd probably be gone for a while. And he's like, well, I know it sounds selfish, but we need your service,
Yeah.
Need you to work, we miss you. And, so Henry called down there and talked to my probation officer and was like, is there anything we can do? Write a letter to the judge, talk to anybody.
Right.
And that's when she told him, well, all right, this is what's up. They're going to issue a warrant for him today. And go turn himself in, and then he can get out, and then he'll have a month to finish working until his court date.
Okay.
So that's when I found out.
And when did you find that out?
That was on Tuesday.
Okay. All right. And so you were home all day Tuesday?
At my parents' house.
Okay. Until the time you went and turned yourself in. Mm-hmm. They drive you down there?
I drove down there.
Okay. And you went alone, I'm assuming? Mm-hmm. So you plan on leaving your car down there?
Well, no.
Did you know at that point it's an ROR?
She told me, she told him, well, Henry didn't tell me. He said, go, call Sonny Reed or whoever, go down there, turn yourself in, bail out, and get out. Right. And I called Sonny Reed and was like, hey, can you call down there? I figured he could find out faster than me. Can you call down there, see what the bond is? And he didn't call me back. So I called down there.
Right.
And she said it just came through the mail that it was a ROR.
Okay.
And I was like, what's that? They said, no bond, no bail.
Right. And just release on recognizances.
Recognizances.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you sure? I mean, because, if you're not 100% positive, I'll get a ride or whatever.
Right.
But she said, no, I'm looking at it right here.
Okay.
And that was Tuesday.
Okay.
And then my normal day was off on Wednesday. Wednesdays is my normal day off. And then back at work Thursday.
Okay. And did you think it unusual that Cheryl didn't call you to check back up on that weed?
Well, I called her back Tuesday because I knew I think that was her day. Tuesday when she went to pick up, or Wednesday. One of those days. I called her back Tuesday just to see if she wanted, if everything was all right, if she needed anything or what, but didn't get a hold of her.
Did you leave a voicemail?
I don't think so.
But you did call it?
Yeah.
No answer?
No.
How many times did you call?
Couple times.
Couple times?
Yeah.
So you called a couple times on Tuesday?
Yeah.
From your cell phone?
Yeah. I think I called Wednesday.
Okay. When did you find out that she was dead? And how?
Troy Brown, the one that was with Larry that day.
Yep.
He called me,
When?
I think it was Thursday morning, early.
Okay.
I just got to work. I seen the number, I didn't recognize it, and it called a couple times, and it was pouring down rain and it was wet, and then I finally called it back, and it was him, and he said, "Did you hear?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Did you hear about that? The person they found?" And
Had you heard about that?
yeah, I'd heard about it.
How'd you hear about
Through the paper.
it? Okay. You read the paper?
I don't, but Greg did. My boss from work. Well, the other boss, Greg Chambers.
Okay.
And I told him when Troy called Thursday morning and said that he heard it was Cheryl.
Yeah.
We'd heard that there wasn't a name released or whatever. And I told Greg to go try to look it up on the internet. And he looked it up, and it was confirmed.
What did you think? You had just talked to her on Monday, right?
Yeah.
What do you think happened to her?
I know her.
Yeah.
It comes to a shock. It's just hard to believe.
What do you think happened to her?
When I first heard, I figured she'd had an overdose or something with Xanax or methadone.
Okay.
It's not a good combination.
Did she say who she was getting her Xanax from?
A lot of friends. I've known a lot of people that passed away from overdoses. And
You know her friend that died over there with Larry, right?
yeah.
What was her name?
Tasha Thompson. No relation.
Okay.
I knew Tasha. I knew her brother Randy some from here and there, but it's just too young, man. Too many people. Robert Odell, he was friends with Tasha's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. They used to work on the farm together with his dad, the Gibbs, and all them. He died. The little brother of my close friend Sean DeWall and Brian DeWall, his name was Thomas DeWall. He passed away from overdose. And she used to always call him a kid, like I'm going over to get some Xanax from this kid. But he wasn't that young. I don't know why she always called him a kid. But what's his name? He lives I don't know exactly. I've never been over there, but Larry knows. He used to go down there and pick up Xanax too. And I really don't know his name. Larry would know.
Okay.
I'm trying to. It'll come to me in a second. I don't know his last name or his phone number, but I think he lives over off Detroit or in Enfield somewhere, because I know it's out that way. And
Okay.
Larry,
Just a second. I gotta use the restroom. Do you need to use the restroom?
No, gonna get a little sip of water.
Yes,
Is there a water fountain?
Yeah, there's a water fountain right there. Is that your cup or?
No, I
got cups out here, so you probably don't want to use that one. Come on, I'll take it over there and I'll put it back, and then I can go to the bathroom real quick. This way. ever hit the spot? Now you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Run right in your car, maybe.
Yeah. A couple parts of this real quick. Okay, just confirmation. By the way, I checked. We were over there Thursday. So do you think you found the wallet in the dresser on Friday or Saturday?
Was it Thursday?
Mm-hmm. We came by Thursday because I talked to Larry Thursday evening. And I left straight from your house over to Larry's. So.
Okay. I think it was Friday.
Okay, so it wasn't Saturday for the dresser, it was Friday.
Yeah.
So I just left there. You're packing up his stuff to put it on the front porch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you find the wallet during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember that kid's name too.
What kid?
The one with the Xanax.
Okay.
He was asking about. I couldn't remember. I don't know his last name, but his first name was Josh.
Josh.
And the other guy that she used to kind of, I don't know if she still talks to him or not, but Jim, I don't know his last name, it's some older guy.
Okay.
But she used to go over there and hang out and, I don't know, kind of like a sugar daddy or something, but he goes to some doctors and stuff, and I don't know his last name either, but I know he lives over in Beulah.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Right.
So the last time you saw her was on that Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and she was getting back the $30
Mm-hmm.
that she had fronted you, I guess, to pick her up a little bit of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now you said that was about 5:30 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. The last time you spoke to her was on Monday, and you said you had 3 phone calls, somewhere around 5:30, 6, 7 p.m. right in there.
Yeah.
And you had no more phone call contact with her after that.
Not that day.
Okay. And then you said after the 7 p.m. time, the next time you talk to her is on Tuesday, or you try to call her on Tuesday,
I called her Tuesday.
but you didn't actually get her on the phone.
No.
Okay. So she's not answering her phone on Tuesday, and I think that's pretty consistent with everybody. Nobody's being able to talk to her on Tuesday. So something happened that Monday night, I would guess. And you said the last time you talked to her was 7 p.m. Okay. And you said how many phone calls did you make to her?
I think 3.
3? Okay. And that seems to be adding up for the most part. Your cell phone number is 23, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about 8 and 9 o'clock that night when you talked to her?
Was it that late?
Well, I have those 3 phone calls you talked about earlier. They're all right here in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Just about the times that you said. But then you talked to her for about 8 minutes, about 8:30.
Okay, that's when she called, or I talked to her the last time, when she said that, when she was talking about, what's his name? Tommy.
Well, I don't know, because we've kind of gone over it several times here. And I've asked you about the phone calls and how many number of phone calls and what times they were, and I was pretty specific, and I went back over it again to find out about it. But then we got 3 more phone calls later that night, after the time you said you last talked to her.
3?
So the last time, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the others are for 1 minute, so I don't know if they went through or not, but they're dialed.
Yeah.
You to her, her to you, in one 8-minute conversation. Okay, you don't
Played
remember
phone
that?
tag a couple times.
Well, but I'm pretty specific, and you're saying after 7 o'clock. So what was that last phone call about?
That was about when she told me about Tommy, about saying something like he loved her, and it weirded her out, and I told her that, he was supposed to be trying to get some later, and
You don't think that's kind of peculiar?
no.
Let lay it to you like this, okay? The last person that I can put her talking to that night is you, okay? The last person while she's alive she talked to is you. Okay. The person that is found with her wallet and his house is you, okay? Got some explaining to do about that. I need to understand how that is all coming to you. You know, I can tell you, at first I got to look at the boyfriend's hard, okay? But their stories are matching up. They remember phone calls. It's pretty important. You know, it's, you know, if I ask you questions about this, I mean, we realize the importance of this, the urgency. Somebody's dead, okay? Somebody's no longer here with us. Their family wants answers, and everybody wants answers, okay? We've gone over this a number of times today, and I've asked you about the phone calls a couple of times. I asked you specifically. You tell me the last phone call was around 7 p.m., which is right on time. I mean, we got the phone calls. You said the 5:30, the 6, the 7. We got them right there, just like you said.
Well, I mean, I don't.
But it's just a later call. You know, it's an 8-minute conversation later in the night. It's quite a bit difference, okay? Then we have the problem with, you know, the day before I'm over at your house, the day before you find this wallet, I'm over at your house. I'm saying, hey, I need to go. She's dead and I need to talk to Larry, right? It's important. You help me out. You call him up for me. Put me in contact with Larry. So I leave your house and I head over there. When do you start packing his stuff up?
The next day.
The next day. Would you do it during the morning, evening, what?
So midday.
Midday? Okay. And
wait, what day is this? Because
Friday.
I mean, it's like a week ago, and I mean, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I know you try to confuse me, but
I'm not trying to confuse you. I want to make sure you're very sure. I came by your house Thursday evening.
Thursday.
Okay.
And
you said you gave the dresser to Pam and Tasha Fowler? Okay.
And a lamp.
Okay.
Larry's baker's rack.
Okay. What time? When did you start moving his stuff?
Friday.
Friday. Okay. Remember what time you started? Did it take you a long time? There didn't seem to be much in that room when I glanced in there.
No.
Okay. So what time do you think you started?
1 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Okay. And how long do you think it took you to clear that stuff out of there and get that dresser gone?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. So you called Tasha and Pam up on the phone?
Well, yeah. I mean, they were hanging out with me too.
Oh, were they over there while you were doing all this?
Yeah. Well, not packing all of it, but moving the dresser. And,
okay. Did you call them over there to help you move the dresser?
Well,
since you were going to give it to them?
Seeing if they wanted it.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
They wanted a lamp.
So were they there when you found the wallet? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. Did you find the wallet prior to them getting there?
No. After we took all the stuff out of it.
Right.
Moved it all over on the floor, moved the dresser, and then when I was packing all the stuff up, that's when I found it.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't actually realize that was the wallet until after they were gone with the dresser. Then you realized it's the wallet.
I mean, it didn't look like a wallet. It was just, I thought it was like a nail case or fingernail clipper holder or something.
Okay. Okay.
I remember having like a teal colored wallet for some reason. Like last Friday, like a square, like bluish teal color wallet.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. And so maybe we need to check and see if she reported her wallet missing, right? And if it's got stuff in there, we want to find out if any of that's missing, right? Okay. So you're over there about 1 o'clock, you said, moving this stuff, and you move it from the bedroom mostly to the porch, and then they come over there, you finish clearing out the dresser, and you move the dresser out, and they decide they want it. How did they load it up?
in the back of my car.
Back of your car. So you load it up in your car.
Well,
you take it.
They loaded it for me because they wanted it, and I mean.
Y'all all ride over there together. They have that truck.
No, we rode over together.
Okay.
In my car.
Okay. Did you pick them up?
Yeah.
Too? Okay. So you went and got them, brought them over there, asked them if they wanted to see the dresser, see if they wanted it.
Well, we were hanging out for a while.
Okay.
And then just. popped up. Hey, do you see anything you'd like?
Right.
And put dibs on.
Okay. Was that your dresser or Larry's dresser?
Right.
Okay. So it was clear for you to give.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So take it over there, get it to their house. They unload it, done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was about 1 o'clock. Well, probably when you're done 1:30.
It was more like probably 5 or 4:30 when we finished.
Okay. Oh, so you spent a few hours over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we hung out for a while, watched TV.
Okay. Now, I was asking you earlier your work schedule for that week.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had worked Monday or didn't work? No, you had Monday off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off.
Mm-hmm.
You worked Thursday?
From Thursday on again.
Okay. So you worked Friday?
Yeah.
So what was your hours on Friday?
8 to 5.
Okay. You just said you were over at your house at 1 o'clock until about 4:30 loading this dresser and moving that furniture. So are you at work or are you loading the dresser and the furniture?
I think that was a week before I headed in.
Okay. I came over to your house on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You had planned to turn yourself in
That's when I was
on that was same week.
Yeah,
you had taken off.
Wednesday. Yeah, that was
Right.
Monday, Tuesday.
So you
Wednesday
went to work
was off.
Thursday. I come over to your house that afternoon. You were over at your parents' house. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, do you mind us seeing your apartment that you shared with Larry?
Mm-hmm.
And you rode with us over there. Okay? You put me on the phone with Larry and I told Larry I'm on my way over there. I interviewed Larry because it's recorded and all that stuff. And I got the date all written down. I interviewed Larry. Larry Spears on 3/26/09, which is Thursday of last week, at 6:49 in the evening. It took me a little time to get over there. Got the recording right here. The next day is the day you said you moved that furniture, got rid of the dresser.
Wednesday
is the day we find her dead. Thursday's the day I talked to you.
Wednesday is when the first time we moved the baker's rack and stuff.
The baker's rack. What's that?
It's like a tall shelf thing. It's got a little counter thing. I guess you put like bread on. It's got some shelves.
Okay.
Her mom had been wanting that. Larry was supposed to sell it to her or something at one time, and then
Whose mom wanted it?
Tasha and Pam.
Okay, so you're saying you did this moving on Wednesday, not Friday? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, a couple of different times. I mean, she wanted the baker's rack. Wednesday, we moved the baker's rack, and she got I think a lamp and a small little 13-inch TV or 14-inch TV. And that's when Tasha was with me. Just Tasha.
Okay, you're saying this was Wednesday?
That was Wednesday.
Okay.
Because that was the day before I went back to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'd already turned myself in.
When was the day that you gave them the dresser?
That was that was Friday. Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was me, Pam, and Tasha.
Were you at work
Pam
or were you at home?
It was after work.
It was after work. Okay.
Wednesdays that was the day I was off, and it was like around 1, and we were hanging out, and we moved the baker's rack because I remember we put it in the back of my trunk. It was hanging all out wide and tied it down. And
today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're talking about stuff that happened last week. Last week on Tuesday, you turned yourself in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about in a span of days of less than a week.
Yeah. That was.
I don't want you confused, and I don't want you to think I'm trying to trick you. That's why I'm asking you these questions specifically.
I know, I'm usually not off work much. You know, used to working all the time, and
right.
I just got backwards because I've been at work since Thursday. But yeah, Wednesday we moved the baker's rack. It was just me and Tasha that day.
Is the baker's rack now, you're saying?
No.
Okay, so you're confusing the time of Wednesday with Friday. That's what you're saying now.
Yeah, Friday.
So you worked all Friday.
Thursday, I started back to work. Because Thursday I work, Friday I work, and from then on, Saturday, Sunday. But Friday is when we moved that dresser.
Okay, Scott, I don't want you confused. I want you telling me, what I'm after here is the truth. Okay? Okay. Don't want you confused. Don't want you telling me the truth. The problem I'm seeing here, and just let me explain to you. The problem I'm seeing here is I'm being very specific with you, and I'm wanting specific answers. And you're giving me specific answers. And then 5-10 minutes later, when we go back to it, and I tell you a new bit of information that shows, hey, you couldn't be telling me the correct information, then you're changing the story. So you've done that now on the wallet. You've done this now on the phone calls. I do a lot of interviews with people. I've been doing this job for 12 years now. I've been a cop for 12 years. I've been doing investigations for a long time too. Okay? The things you're showing me are deception. Okay? You're not sure. You know why you're not sure? Because you're not, the truth slides right out. It's when you got falseness in there, you're trying to cover something up that you get confused. This is easy now, okay? I'm asking you specific questions. This is not like I'm talking to you about something that happened months ago. This is Tuesday. We're asking you stuff that happened last week. You haven't even worked a full week since last week, okay? I want you on page with me now, okay? So when I go over this stuff, I'm glad I hadn't started this thing. We're all screwed around now. Okay. Baker's Rack. Whose Baker Rack was it?
It was Larry's.
Okay. And you gave it to Tasha and Pam? Is that correct?
Her mom.
Was it yours to give?
Larry said he didn't want it. The top part had ripped off of it. He said he didn't want it anymore.
And y'all discussed
if I wanted to give it, yeah, he said, I'm going to leave it here. Is that all right? You can give it away, do whatever with it. I said, that's fine.
Okay. Let's go back to the phone call conversations on Monday. You with me?
Yes.
On Monday. You said you talked to, the first time you said you talked to her 3 times. Last call being around 7 p.m. But now we remember these other phone calls later, right? Or at least a conversation?
Well,
around 8:23 to be exact.
I talked to her 3 times, and I know we played phone tag like once. Where, she called me, I didn't answer, or I'd call her, she didn't answer. But I talked to her, actually physically talked to her, I think 3 times.
Okay. You're right on time with the other times. This 8:30 phone call. Tell me about it. What was going on with that phone call?
That was the last phone call when she said, did you find anything? Were you able to find anything for me? Right. I said, no, it's going to be later on. He didn't have nothing right now. And that's when she said, I'm going to go drink a beer and go hang out. And, if you find anything, call me back. And that's when we talked about, I guess the new guy she's kind of seeing, Tommy. And she said that he had said that like he loved her or something like that. And she just said, it kind of freaked me out when he said that. And, it's kind of weird how he was saying he loved me. And that she was going to go have a beer. And she goes out all the time. I don't ever go out and hang out or party. Okay. Nothing, but she's a talker. She talks and talks and talks.
All right, so you had an 8-minute conversation with her. And that's kind of the information that came out. Okay. Did you talk to, that was Adam you were trying to get this week from, right? Did you talk to Adam after you talked to her?
I think it was before the last time I talked to her. I called him one time just to see if he had anything.
Right. And he pretty much said no. Maybe later. Did you talk to him any time again that night?
No.
Are you sure of that?
I'm sure.
Okay. And you had that conversation with her, and you told her pretty much ain't nothing going to happen.
Might be later on. But,
right. Did you call her again after that?
After the 8-minute conversation?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Would you have any reason to? You hadn't talked to Adam Post, right?
Yeah.
And so, was there any reason to even call her?
No.
Okay. Let me look at this real quick. Okay. So after you have this 8-minute conversation with her at 8:22 in the evening, okay, it ended at 8:22. It actually was started about 8:14, according to the phone records.
Mhm.
Okay. Then at 9 o'clock, 9:04, 9:05, one call to and one call from you. Do you remember that?
Did I call her and
Yeah.
then she called me back?
Your phone. I'm not saying you called her, but your phone called her.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you call her? You just, I don't want to confuse you, but
Well,
you just said you didn't talk to her again.
Talked to her a bunch that night. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not
But
saying.
you're telling me this 8-minute conversation, right? Okay. Pretty much you told her it was done there, but then y'all are both calling each other, what, less than an hour later? Okay.
I mean, when I talked to her that last time, she was like, are you sure you can't get nothing?
Mhm.
And that's when I waited and called her and said, no. I mean, I really don't even remember if I got a hold of her that time. I think I called her. She didn't answer. And then she called me back.
Scott, am I not being specific? Am I not trying to, I'm not trying to trick you here.
People don't never, get a little confused
Scott, you've been confused the whole time you've been here. You've been confused the whole time you've been in here. I'm not trying to come down on you. It's just me and you in here talking.
I know. I
Okay.
understand.
But listen to me. I'm asking you questions about a murder. Somebody's dead. Okay? It's as serious as it gets. The pucker factor in here's got to be max 10. I mean, you couldn't be in more of a scary situation than talking about a murder with a homicide investigator. I understand that. Okay? But I'm putting your point on, and I'm asking you specific things, and I'm making sure each time I get done asking you this question, are you sure? Are we right there? Okay? You told me this 8-minute conversation ended. You wouldn't have any more reason to call her, but I have both of you calling each other less than an hour later.
I talked to her before that. I must have talked to her maybe for 3, 4, 5 minutes. I don't know in my head, like, okay, this time I talked to her was the 8-minute, this was the 5-minute, this. I'm not trying to BS around I want to say that's the truth and I know for 100%, but I'm not sure.
That's why I'm asking you. What would be the reason to call her after that? You said the conversation was over. You pretty much had told her at that time that, wasn't going to be able to hook you up. That was it. And she gave you a little conversation about Cody, and she said, hey, call me if you do run across something. And you said, would you have any more, do you have any more reason to call her? And you said, no. Did you call anymore? No. Are you sure? I'm sure. And then I pull up the phone records and tell you, y'all both have a phone call conversation. Oh, yeah.
Well,
come on, man.
I don't know what to say, man.
I don't either, because you're changing your story every time.
I'm not trying to change my story.
Okay. But do you see my point?
I see where you're coming from.
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay. I don't know. I wasn't there.
I wish y'all could have the technology to listen in. I know they got the act where you can't listen or tap in, but I don't know. I would like to know what and when, but I don't remember exactly what call was what, which one was 8 minutes, and it's after.
This is kind of an important event we're talking about.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm trying to cooperate. I'm not trying to BS you around. I'm not trying to change my story. I'm glad we didn't go on recording. You asked Derek if he tells me 3 things to do if I remember it later. I got ADD and short-term memory loss. I'm not.
So now you got ADD and short-term memory loss. What you're doing?
Well, I don't.
Are you diagnosed with ADD?
Yeah.
Okay. Took Ritalin as a child. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Everybody, 90% of the kids are these days. But I just don't remember a lot of stuff. I got to put note to self on my phone just when he tells me 2 things to do, because if I help 3 customers and I'll forget. I'm not clouded by.
So you're saying anything I ask you and I ask you?
No, not anything. I'm just saying it's,
it's been 3 or 4 things now, man. It's hard to, get a specific answer from you if I know 2 minutes later you're going to change your story on it. It makes it a little difficult.
I understand.
That's why I'm saying, are you sure? You know, each time?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm sure. I'm going to say I think.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I don't know when exactly it was when I called her. She didn't answer, and what place it was, if it was the third or fourth call. I mean,
had y'all had any kind of problems going on?
No.
Okay. Had
Not at all.
there been a situation where you owed her money or she owed you money?
Just like the $30.
The $30.
Yeah.
You remember riding with her, being with Jackie and following you because she owed you money?
Jackie.
You know her friend Jackie?
Villanueva?
Mm-hmm. Villanueva.
No.
Do you remember?
I mean, I know who she is.
Right. Okay. Yeah, actually, I think y'all do methadone the same day, don't you?
I don't.
You don't see her when you were up there for methadone?
No.
What days do you go again?
She's dating Justin Thompson or something.
Right.
Monday and Thursday.
Is he related to you?
No relation.
Okay. You go Monday and Thursday.
Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay. I think she goes Mondays and some other day. So y'all go to the same clinic, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever seen her up there in the past?
I've seen her before.
Okay. On the same day as you in line? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying you've seen her before like I've seen her
Once or
before?
twice in line, but I mean, I know who she is.
Okay. And when you're up there at the clinic getting your stuff, do you see her in the same line you're in? Or is that how it works? Is it a line you get?
Well, it's a line, but I mean, they open at 5 and they close at 10:30 or something.
Okay.
What? 1,000 people to go up there.
Sure.
4 or
Okay.
5 hours.
Okay. So you remember?
Now a week before, like 2 weeks before that,
Okay.
we were supposed to be doing something with, she wanted to try to get some again, and I couldn't find it. And I talked to her, called her, said, hey, I couldn't find it. I'm not dodging you, but she was with Will, which is Lynn, her cousin Lynn came. It's her boyfriend or husband. I don't know if they're married.
Okay.
Will and one of his friends.
Right.
And when I talked to her, she said, they saw me, they wasn't following me, but they saw me that day.
Okay.
But, I ended up giving her, getting up with her and giving her the money back like the next day or the day after. But that was like 2 weeks ago.
How would
Or
you?
week before.
Okay.
All that.
How would you state y'all's relationship was? What kind of relationship would you say y'all were in?
Just, like I said, she'd pretty much, the only time I talked to her, or she'd call me as if like she wanted,
How
trying to
long have you
find
known her?
something. I've known her probably 10 years.
10 years. So
She
probably
dated
the whole
Larry.
time she was dating Larry.
She dated Larry for, a long time, and
Right.
probably for the last 2 years, it's kind of off and on
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, maybe, they'd say they wasn't together, but then you'd find out she was seeing somebody, and then they were together, and then,
Right.
but,
Y'all ever get romantic at all?
not once, never.
Never
Whatsoever.
kissed, anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. So you were acquaintances, but you wouldn't call her a friend, or would you call her your friend?
I would call her a friend, but,
Y'all made a number of phone calls together, right? You knew each other's numbers.
yeah,
You call her.
she'd call me, and I'd call her.
And y'all had conversations about relationships and stuff like that.
Probably the last year, her and Larry were, would do Xanax, and I try to tell Larry, Larry would take a bunch. Get, nodding out, and I tell him like, all our friends that have died. This is before Tasha and all that, but I really didn't like it, and it's not that I didn't like Cheryl. She's a real good person. She's one of the ones that would, do anything for you, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But, when they'd come over to see her, I'd get off work and she'd be nodded out on the couch, or, I was kind of scared, I didn't really want them staying there no more. So that's one of the main reasons I had Larry, kind of wanted them to move out and all that. But, Cheryl, she hadn't stayed over there probably, it's been a month. Months before she's like actually spent the night over there with Larry or stayed the night over there. But it's not like we snuck around behind Larry's back or went anywhere. I don't even think I've last time I went somewhere physically with her, like out, was on a UFC fight night at the Ticket. It's been like a couple months ago.
Okay.
I was with Greg and my boss from work. And
You got a girlfriend right now?
No, not really.
When was the last girlfriend you had?
A crazy relationship with Terry Thomas's daughter. I don't know if you know him.
You assume the carousel?
Carrie Thomas,
Yeah.
his youngest daughter. And that's been a couple of years.
Okay. Excuse me just a second. Let me take this. Tyree? Hey, can you hold on 1 second, Jeff? Give me just a minute. I'll be back, Scott.
All right, bro.
No. All right. I know time in this room travels about 15 years slower than everywhere else. All right, let's get back to this thing.
Are we going to do any recording today? Or,
Yeah, man.
Or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. I just
Seem a little agitated.
been in here for 2 hours, and it seems like you go from talking about coming down to do a statement to interrogation, and I mean, just didn't think it was going to turn like this. No, I don't.
Well, I mean, you're the one that's changed.
Tyrese.
You're the one that's changed the story a few times here. That's why I'm trying to get the story completely tight, and then we do the recording. Okay. I do have another question for you though. Your house. Remember, we went through when we were walking through there. We were looking at your TVs and stuff like that. What all did you have in that house, and what all? I mean, I don't see any VCRs. I don't see any game boxes. Do you have any game boxes?
No.
Have you owned a Nintendo or a Xbox or anything like that? Never had the game system. Okay. So never had a game system. And that's completely, there's never been one in there. Did Larry have one?
Never.
Okay.
No,
never. We're sure of that.
I've never been into Nintendos. That's something.
Well, I'm not saying I've
never.
I'm not saying, I say Nintendo, I mean the Xbox, PS2, all those game consoles and all of that. Computers.
No.
Okay. Never had one in the house.
No.
We're sure that.
I'm positive.
Okay. I'm saying, are you sure? Because.
No, I know.
Okay.
We're on the same page now, but are you sure?
No, never had a computer. Okay, I did notice a TV in your room.
Mm-hmm.
VCR, DVD player.
I had a big screen TV.
Okay, where did it go?
I sold it.
When?
To the neighbor 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
In a couple weeks.
Is it the same Tosh and Pam?
No.
Okay, 2 weeks ago. Big screen TV. What brand?
Like a Sony.
Are we sure?
Yeah. Sony,
Okay.
Sony
and do you know the neighbor you sold it to?
60 inch, something like that.
58 or 60 inch?
Yeah.
And which neighbor did you sell it to?
My neighbor Adam.
Adam?
Yeah.
Adam Paust?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the guy who you're trying to get the
he works
weed
with
from.
me too.
Okay. How much you sell it to him for?
Like $250, $300.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's money.
I owed him like a few bucks. I borrowed from him the week before, and then he subtracted that off of that.
Right. So what was the total sale price? Do you remember? If you're not sure, just say you're not sure.
I think like around $250.
Okay, so around $250.
Yeah. And then he got, like the next day or a couple of days later, he decided he wanted the surround sound. So I had like the.
You had surround sound too?
Satellite speakers.
Okay.
And a bass speaker.
Okay, so then he bought the surround sound?
Yeah, it was like $80, I think.
What brand?
It was a Sony.
How much did he buy that for?
$80.
And you sure of that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Positive.
And you sure it's a Sony?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any kind of stereo hooked up in there? Did you have a stereo
just
system
a
at all?
surround sound system.
Okay, so just the TV's connection, right?
TV and surround.
Okay. You said you did have a VCR or a DVD?
No, I had a DVD player.
Okay. What brand?
It was a cheapy brand. I don't
remember.
remember.
You remember where you bought it from?
I think my parents got it for me back a couple of years ago.
Where'd it go?
To somebody else, like
We know.
this black guy around the corner.
A black guy around the corner?
Yeah.
How did you meet this black guy around the corner?
I just know him from here and there, and used to mess with him back in the day.
Okay, well,
Getting
you
stuff from him.
know him from here and around, and what's his name?
I really don't know his name. He goes by Big or LB. I don't like to give their names, but
Well, you see where he lives?
yeah, he lives around the corner on Detroit.
On Detroit. So he lives on Detroit. Did you sell it to him?
Yeah,
And how much did you sell it for?
for like a little bit of powder, a little bit of white.
When did you sell it to him?
It was back around the same time, about 2 weeks ago.
So this meaning 2 weeks ago, and let's get this clear. Last week would not have occurred. You wouldn't have sold it to them last week.
No,
It would have been the week before
Yeah,
that.
it was back.
So the week before her murder.
Yeah, probably
You're sure it's the week before her murder?
back just same time when I got rid of my TV, sold my TV and stuff.
When you sold them that stuff, did you give them all the wires and the proliferate remote controls, everything that goes with it?
Didn't have a remote, but had I think it had a cord, like the plug-in cord and wire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of plug-in cord are we talking
Just
about?
the plug to plug it into the wall.
The power
and
that's
then-
built to the
and
machine.
then
So
the
did it have any loose connections that connect the
RCA
TV to?
jacks.
Okay. RCA jacks, meaning those triple cords.
I think it was a
Like
double. It was
blue,
like a
red,
double. It was a red and a white
and a yellow somewhere.
together, and then like a separate yellow one.
Yeah, the normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's get back to this black guy. Black, big, LB. Where on Detroit does he live?
Like Detroit by Untriner.
Okay, Detroit and Untrunner. Well, at Detroit and Untrunner, there's a trailer park.
Mhm.
There's a closed down store.
Mhm.
There's a field.
Mhm.
I can't remember what's on the other side. There may be a house. Is he in that trailer park?
In one of those trailers.
He's in one of those trailers. One of the Are you sure?
I'm positive. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where he stays. I mean,
Pretty sure, or are you positive?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm 99% sure. I don't know, like, if he pays rent there or if it's a girlfriend or what, but I know.
And he always goes by Big or LB.
Yeah.
Does he call you Scott?
Nah, I mean, I don't even know if he knows my name. Just the white boy with the caprice.
White boy with a caprice. Now, how do you know he lives in that trailer park?
Because I've seen his car there.
Okay, what kind of car has he got?
It's a like a tan, brown colored Ford Explorer.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. It's what he's always drove.
Okay, so he's got a tan or brown
Like
Ford Explorer.
more like a tan color.
Okay,
Light brown tan.
light brown tan. Ford Explorer, 2 or 4 door? Is it like one of those sports with just the 2 doors?
It's a 4-door.
To come drive by your house and get the DVD
Mhm.
player? And paid you how much?
It's like a 20.
Of powder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Just, trying to be completely honest with you
I
here,
understand.
you know. I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm not
understand.
BSing you. I wouldn't make up a story like this or anything.
Okay. But you can't get in trouble for telling me about drugs that you had, only if you're in possession of them, so you're not in trouble or anything.
Well, I mean, I want to come clean. I don't want to, you know.
I want you to come clean too.
That's why I don't want you to think I'm trying to hide stuff.
Okay. This brown or tan Ford Explorer, you've seen him driving in it, so it's definitely his.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it over there in that trailer. Have you seen him with it over there in that trailer?
I've seen him
Okay.
outside the trailer. I think it's the second one in. I know there's
Second one from the Detroit side or from the Untronic side?
Detroit.
Okay, so coming in that front side on Detroit into that trailer park, you think it's the second one on the left or the right, or is there a side?
It's just 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3 trailers long ways facing Detroit.
Right.
You know, Untronic, Detroit.
Right.
When you pull in, they're on the left. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's another one that's kicked this way.
Okay.
And then you can come in off the Untronic side, and I think there's 1 or 2, but they're the blue and white trailers. And
You think it's the
second one in, I think. That's where I see it parked, but you might stay in the front one. I don't know.
You ever called him?
Yeah.
You got his phone number?
Yeah.
Can I have his phone number? What do you have him listed as?
I think big, but
On your phone, you can probably read it right off.
yeah, big. But I think he told me LB is what they call him. I don't know because he's
Okay.
like a lot of pounds or what. 281. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, anything else electronic in your house that's not there now? Because I didn't see anything electronic in your house other than that TV.
No.
No.
I
Okay.
had the
And you had the
only thing I had
DVD.
with me was a big screen and surround sound and like TVs and beds. I mean, that's the only
Okay.
really thing of value or electronic that I have besides, a dresser.
Okay. Let me explain to you how this works. I go through your story. And we get it all here. And we're going to go through every little bit of it. Okay? And then I want to confirm everything you tell me. Remember when I was at your house and I talked to you the other day? Remember that first day I came over there, me and Investigator Newton came over there. And when we were leaving, I said, hey, look, I said, right now, I want to talk to Larry. And right now, you're assisting me with that, and I'm happy with that. But I wanted you to make sure that anything you told me, you're saying you weren't involved. You told me you weren't involved that day. You told me the last time you seen her that day. You told me the last time you talked to her that day. I said, just make sure what you tell me is the truth, and you'll be fine. Okay? I'm going to confirm every single thing you tell me. Okay? We'll go through each little step of this, and I'm going to confirm it. And that's why I do it every single person. Okay? Just so you get the insight and you know what's going on. It's not a quick process. It's not something that you come in here and do it real quick and go. Okay? Now, if I just realize that I don't have the access to confirm all the information right then, it may be quicker. But if I have the access to confirm each one of these things, then I confirm each one of these things. Okay? So like Pam and Tasha, somebody's talking to them right now. Okay? Like your work schedule, somebody's up there talking to them right now, getting your work schedule. Phone records, I already have. Somebody's up there confirming your phone records. Just like I had that, that's just a copy. Somebody's actually sitting there working through that. I want to explain that to you, okay? This thing with Adam Post and his purchases from you, somebody's going to be talking with Adam Post right now, confirming that information, okay? This thing that I just got from Big, I'm going to go out there and somebody's going to go over there and they're going to be talking to Big right now. That's how it works, okay? So it's not a quick process, okay? It takes a little bit of time. And each time I'm going to break, it doesn't mean that I'm not, that I'm ignoring you or I'm trying to drag things out. I'm not. What I want to do and what my hope is today, to either eliminate you or include you in my list of suspects, okay? All right, that's what this is all about. That's all I do. I try to find the fraud, and if everything you said checks out and everything's good, you're eliminated from my list of suspects.
Okay.
If what you says doesn't checks out, you're included in my list of suspects, and we go from there. Okay. I don't want you to think that I'm putting you off. I know when I came in, you said, "Hey, are we going to get to the recording thing?" We're going to get to it, but I'm going to confirm everything, and then we're going to get to it. So I don't want you to have that mindset that, hey, I should be back.
Well,
Don't worry,
when
I'll
I
talk
talked to you, you just said like come down, do a statement, and I thought it would just be come down, be back at work, and I never told my work that I was going to be gone for this long.
Right, and I'll take care of calling your work and make sure of that. I told you I'm friends with the owner up there. I've known Derek for 20 plus years, and I'll call and say, look, he was right here with me. It's one of these things we got to be thorough. And I know Derek well enough. I've known him over the years, and I'm sure he's not going to have an issue with that. Now, is he going to pay you for this time that you're off? Probably not.
Yeah.
But I mean, unfortunately, you're a witness in a murder case. And it's a friend of yours, so I hope you want to cooperate and help with it. Okay? We want to find out who killed her. That's what my goal is. Find out who killed her and prosecute the person that killed her. That's the whole goal. Okay? So it does take a little bit of time, but
that's why I'm being completely honest, and I'm here to help. I wasn't trying to rush and say, I'm getting pissed off,
right,
or I want to leave.
Well, you seemed a little agitated, so I wanted to kind of explain it to you. I don't want any kind of misinterpretation. Okay. So, I'm going to go out here and give this information on this big LB guy. We'll confirm that, and we're also going to have to add that information on Adam Post to the person talking to Adam Post.
Do you have like a smoking room or anything?
If you need to smoke, I'll get somebody here that will. Obviously, we can't have a room here because there's a rule, but I can have somebody walk you downstairs. Give me just a second to arrange it. Not a problem at all. Sit tight for just a second. Okay, I want to go over some of this stuff now. Your friend Adam's on his way up here, so I'm going to have to probably break out of here and go talk to him for a second. But I have talked to some people, and we said that that's not Big Mike. I ran out of paper on this one. Oh! Now let me get this straight in my head. Because I've talked to some people now. Damn. Tyree? I am. Can I call you back? Perfect for me. Thanks. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Now, let's go back here. Who's your boss up there at Fulton Gardens?
Derek's like the head. I mean, he pretty much runs it. But
right. Who you report into?
Dan or Greg, either.
Dan who?
Dan Parker.
Okay. What's his job title up there?
I guess he's kind of like a manager, kind of.
But aren't you a manager too?
Yeah, that's what they call me. That's what I was at the tire store, and just kind of stuck with that name.
Okay.
Just like the.
Oh yeah, you worked at Tires Inc. there with John Jinks. Is that what you told me that time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what is it, your actual job title up there? Because you told me you're the service manager. I was asking you for information. What's your actual job title up there?
I just ride around, sell plants. I mean, on the golf course.
So, salesperson?
I guess you'd call it, say, salesperson.
Okay, but you don't have any employees that work for you or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Now, this Danny Parker, does he have employees? Do people answer to him? Is he a manager?
I guess you would say he's kind of high up there, sort of.
Okay. All right. Who would you... Now, you said when you were preparing to go back to court, you had to turn yourself in sometime that week. You had taken some days off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who did you clear your days off with?
Derek.
Derek. Okay.
I talked to Derek.
And Derek said it was okay for you to take what days off?
I was supposed to go in and work Sunday.
Okay.
The Sunday before.
This all happened?
The Monday.
Right.
And wasn't really my scheduled day to work, but he kind of likes me to work with him because, I'm just a good salesperson and a good people's person. And then I told him Sunday, that I was probably going to be taking
So he
Taking
cleared
the
it
week
for
off.
you to be off Monday, Tuesday, or the whole week?
Well, yeah, because I figured that I was going to be going to,
To jail.
sitting in jail till my court date.
Okay.
So that's when he was like, do you mind if I call your probation officer, or do you mind if I?
Right.
Yeah,
And
try to
Henry
help
did that
out.
call for you, right?
Henry ended up calling.
Okay. And that was cleared that Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on Sunday, that's all done. And then what was the day that you gave, or did you sell the furniture to the Fowlers or give it to them?
Just give it to him.
You gave it to them. What day was that again?
Well, the Monday is when they got the baker's rack,
Okay.
and
Then when did they come back
They-
in?
I think it was.
You're doing that think again.
Um,
Because we kind of went over this a while
I
ago.
know the Friday.
Okay. The Friday before the murder and then,
No.
okay.
after.
So Friday this past week, like when I came over there, the day after I came over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So they came over that Friday and you got rid of the rest of the stuff? And what was that stuff?
Just a dresser.
Just the dresser? Was there a mirror with it?
Yeah, it was a mirror too.
Okay.
I forgot about
So a dresser and a mirror, and that's the day that you went and got the stuff, and then drove them back.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that was this past Friday,
Mhm.
the day after I came over. And that's the day you found her wallet
Yeah.
in the car. And we're sure of that.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
And
I mean, they were opening. There was still stuff in the drawers, and they were like, is this stuff? I mean, where do you want the stuff out there? And they were just started taking all the stuff out and putting it in the pile over by that little glass mirror, like the glass table that was over against the wall. So I mean, there was still some stuff in there, and I mean, it had to have come out of there because.
okay. Well, you pulled it out, right? And then you noticed it later or something?
No,
When you discovered it? What were you doing when you discovered that wallet was Cheryl's?
it was on the floor, right with the stuff that was in the dresser.
So you don't personally remember taking it out?
I didn't actually see it in the dresser, but I didn't see it on the floor around the stuff, and then all the stuff we took out of the dresser.
Right.
They were taking most of the stuff out, but it was all piled up right there. There was like a little, I don't know, like a watch case that you could put stuff in, and 2 bottles of cologne, and all that stuff was right there piled. There's
Okay.
some papers and.
And this was the
Oh,
day
yes.
after I talked to you.
Mhm.
You're sure of that 100%? You're nodding your head, but I'm not hearing yes. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure there's no miscommunication. Okay, and you said that time you were talking to Cheryl on that Monday when you were on the phone with her and I had phone records of you talking to her, you were arranging some kind of deal for her to pick up a nickel bag or something with through Adam. You were going to get it from Adam to give to her, correct?
Yeah.
Did y'all argue at all?
No.
Okay, and no kind of arguments, anything like that?
No.
Okay. At that point, you said before that you had owed her a little bit of money. What, $30? Is that what? Let me look in here. $30, but that was on the previous Friday,
Yeah, that was
and
before.
and you got it to her.
And that, yeah.
Okay, so at that point, you didn't owe her any money, and she didn't owe you any money.
No.
Everybody's clean bill of health. Okay. And did you that Friday? How did that go down? How did y'all meet each other?
The Friday, the last Friday.
The last
that I
time you saw
last
her.
time I saw her.
Yeah. How did that go down again?
She just called and was
Okay.
like, was it able to go through or anything? No.
Any kind of problems with that?
No.
She was not mad.
No.
You were not mad.
No.
Okay. So she comes over and she's alone, you said?
Mhm.
And she is, collects her $30?
Mhm.
No problems.
No problem.
Okay. All right. And then you said you sold this big screen. No. I'm sorry. I'm getting that confused. You sold the big screen TV to Adam, right?
Yeah, my neighbor.
Okay. And for about $250, is that correct?
Mhm. And then 80 for the surround sound.
And the 80 for the surround sound. Right. Okay. And then the black guy comes over. And what day was that he comes over?
It it was one of the days that I was with one of the Fowler girls. I want to say it was. Remember, the TV had already been gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was that Monday. I'm pretty dang sure it was Monday.
Okay. Because we just went over that, and you said you met with the Fowler girls on. Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I remember when I talked when we were talking about the first time, I said it was maybe like 2 weeks ago, sometime after Adam got the TV.
Right.
But it was.
And you were sure that it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, remember the week she got found? It definitely wasn't that week. It was a week before that. So now you're saying it's the day that the Fowler girls came over? Because the Fowler girls came over the Friday after I came over to talk to you, which was just, today's Tuesday. So Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there was.
So is it that day?
There was 2 different times.
Right. You said Wednesday that she came over, got some baker's rack and all that stuff, which would be actually the day we discovered Cheryl dead. Yeah. We actually discovered her that afternoon.
Okay.
Those were the 2 days you gave me. Are you saying, now you mentioned a Friday. I'm assuming when you mentioned Friday, you're talking about Friday 4 days ago, the day after I talked to you.
That Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
The first day they came over and got like the baker's rack.
That he got the TV, the DVD player, and there was like a amp to a car,
Okay. And you sold it to him for some.
Yeah, like $20 worth
of powder.
Yeah.
Powder cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was that Wednesday, the same day we discovered her dead.
Right.
You're sure of that?
Yeah.
Well, we're talking Wednesday,
the Wednesday
6 days
I was
ago.
off work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. From that
I was
week
not
you cleared
working
with Derek.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not working at the time.
Okay. I just want to make sure of that. Now, let's go back here. Danny Parker. That's your boss over there. He's one of the managers over at Floyd Tree Gardens.
Danny and Greg are kind of under Derek.
Right.
Greg's really the main manager, and Dan, I call him like the head cashier, but I guess he's kind of somewhat of a figure.
Okay. Well, we did make contact with him, and he confirmed with Derek and all the other managers. I'm not sure the name of the other managers because I didn't do that interview. You didn't clear to have the week off. In fact, he was so concerned that he came by your house on Wednesday because he felt like, why is he not showing up for work, and thought maybe he knew you were fighting this issue with your methadone. He came by your house on Wednesday and you weren't there.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Dan didn't even know what was going on until later in that week.
Okay.
Derek's the one. He's the head guy.
That's why we had Dan contact Derek. So.
I can call Derek right now, to clear it up. I talked to Derek, and pretty much explained to him.
You cleared it with him?
Yeah, I told him.
Awesome. Give me Derek's number and I'll call him real quick.
232-3715.
3715. Hold on just a second. Okay. I got programmed in there. No.
Because,
Okay, that's fine. We'll double check on that. Let me put this check with Derek. I asked that be done at the scene, and I'm sure they told me they did check with Derek, but hey, I'm willing to double check with Derek. Okay? The next thing is I talked to Tasha, okay? And she does remember Tasha Fowler. Tasha. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing it. I talked to her, and she does remember getting the furniture. Her days are a little different from yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She says that they came over there on Friday, not this past Friday, but the Friday before that, so we're kind of a week off, and got the baker's stuff. And then she says that her sister gets some more stuff from you on Monday, which is the same day that you're having this conversation with Cheryl on the phone, according to phone records.
Okay.
And she says she comes over with her sister for the last trip to get the dresser and the mirror. She confirms, like you said, that now we're off on days.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying this happened Monday, and you said this happened the Friday after I came and talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But she's telling me that they came over there on Monday, and I didn't talk to her sister because she's at work. I didn't want to bug her at work, but I probably will. They came by there, loaded up the dresser and the mirror, and it was on Monday, which is the same day you're having those conversations.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, man, if he's got this dresser and he finds her wallet on Monday, why didn't he tell me about it on Thursday? Kind of confusing.
Well, I mean, that's what I was saying when I was moving all this stuff out was after you came and talked to me, we came to the house.
So they're confused on the time, you think?
Well, no, I'm not saying it's to confuse them, but I'm saying, you know, when you came to talk to me and asked where Larry was and all that.
You said the dresser was there at the house.
The next day is when I took all that stuff out and put it in there. And that's when I found it. I mean, that's when
I talked to investigator Newton, and we did come by your house that day, and we walked by there. Neither one of us recall this dresser and mirror being in there. In fact, the only thing we recall was something on the floor down there that had something sitting on it. You know, we just looked in the room, and I don't remember seeing it. But you know, if you remember, that's fine. But Tasha says she got it before then. She said she got it that Monday. She also recalls the black guy coming by and getting. She said for crack, not powder. She said, you got to deal with the black guy, and you explained to him he was nearby because they were in a hurry because her mom is watching 6 kids at that time. And it was just her and her sister over there. I guess Pamela. Was Pamela the one over there with her? Because you told me it was Pam and Tasha. And I want to make sure Pamela is Pam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that happened on that Friday, right? We confirmed it because I got it written right here, Friday. Because at first we thought maybe it was Saturday.
Friday for the dresser, but
Right, that's what we're talking about, the dresser and the mirror that they loaded up.
Yeah.
You said they loaded up and they confirmed it. They loaded it up. Yeah. Okay? I said they're saying that's Monday before this murder took place. Okay? And she said while she was there, this big black guy in a tan SUV type vehicle comes up there. Just like you said, Big Mike. She didn't know his name. She thought maybe the LB thing, but she thought she heard it from you. Pulled up, and you said when you had called him when they were there, he was on his way over. It wouldn't take him long because they were concerned. They wanted to get back to her mom who's watched all these kids.
Well, they were waiting for the,
okay, were they going to get some hookup too?
Well, yeah, we'd all been together that day. Not tattling, but I mean.
Right, okay, and that's fine. I mean, everybody holds something back, I'm sure. So they said they come over there, you know, they load up the dresser. This black guy's on his way, and he gets from you a small TV and a DVD player. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, you told me he got just a DVD player. You didn't mention the TV. Was there a smaller TV he got too?
Well, it wasn't small. I gave Tasha
19-inch or something?
It was probably like a 22-inch, 24-inch.
Okay, so you...
Tasha got a small TV. I gave her a small TV.
Right. She said that.
And he got a TV and a DVD player.
Right. Okay. But you only mentioned to me the DVD player, so I guess you forgot about the TV.
Well, you were asking me, did you have a DVD player, all that. I said I did. He had it. But
sure.
I thought I said, you know, TV and DVD player.
Maybe you did.
And then there was also like an amplifier, like a car amp.
I do remember the car amp.
So,
okay. I do remember that. She said he was complaining that all the cords to the DVD player weren't there. Do you remember that? Were all the cords not going to the DVD player? Were they not all there?
Yes, for the remotes.
Okay.
And I gave him the remote to the TV later, like a couple of days later.
Right. A couple of days later.
Yeah.
But if this happened Friday, a couple of days later would have been yesterday. Or day before yesterday, Sunday. So he came by again Sunday and got the remotes?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I talked to him,
the DVD player didn't have a remote.
Okay.
It was tore up.
When he's going to say when I talk to him, and we're going to find him.
Got the remote.
That he got the remote from you Sunday, this past Sunday, or are you still confused on the days?
It was a few days later. He got the remote. I didn't.
Okay. And she said when y'all left there, you gave them a ride back to their house, right? You gave them a ride, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you give them a ride, and she said on the ride home. You get a phone call. You remember getting a phone call on the ride home?
Well, on the ride home, before we went to the house there, she wanted me to drive her by one of her buddy's house out off of Kingsfield. Okay. She was going to try to get some weed or something right before we went home. Okay. And, I mean, I'd never been to there before, some other black guys. We went out there. He didn't have nothing.
Sure. And I'm sure she didn't want to tell the police about getting weed. I'm sure that if that's if that happened,
she used my phone to call the guy and this and that. I mean, I didn't know who it was, but
okay. She said you got a phone call from Cheryl during that car ride. Did you remember getting a phone call from Cheryl during that car ride?
what day? Friday?
Well, she says this all happened on Monday. You said this all happened on Friday. Now, I know if you got this phone call from Cheryl,
she
unless it was from beyond the grave, you didn't get it on that Friday.
Yeah, they were sitting right now. I remember she was sitting, they were sitting by me. We had the dresser.
Okay.
And she called because she was driving by and seen us.
Okay.
And she goes, who is that you're with? And I was like, Pam and Tasha, and I was kind of embarrassed because, they're kind of known for the, I don't know, everybody calls them like the filthy Fowlers or something like that. But,
okay.
I remember we were in the car and she called.
So you recall this conversation. Yeah. So obviously this dresser situation, and this is the same day as the dresser?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously it couldn't take place on Friday, right? So it had to be backed up to Monday?
Yeah.
When they're saying it happened?
Yeah.
Because you were pretty sure before it happened on Friday because you started moving that stuff out after I talked to you, right?
Well, it might have been Friday, the baker's rack, and then Monday when we
okay, so the Wednesday, Friday we're incorrect on now. Because you did tell me it was Wednesday for the baker's rack and Friday the day after I talked to you. Remember we went several times?
The baker's rack was first.
Right, definitely. And you told me that and you said it was on Wednesday. Right. But if you got this phone call from Cheryl, unless you're talking to Beyond the Grave, I know you didn't get it on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, I'm pretty sure that you didn't get it on Wednesday when you said the baker rack thing either. So maybe we'll back it up like they said on their statements.
It was before then.
Okay. Well, their statement is that they did the first baker rack on Friday, which would have been a week before this past Friday.
Yeah.
It was on Monday that they came over and did this stuff. So you already got rid of the dresser and the mirror prior to me and Newton coming over to your house and getting the phone number from Larry. Okay?
And that was on Thursday.
That would have been on Monday, and I came over on Thursday, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
But they're saying we moved the dresser on Monday?
Mm-hmm. So 4 days before that, you said you found the wallet the next day or that same day, right?
Well, the day after y'all came over is when I moved the rest of the stuff out.
Okay.
And that's when, like I said, we pulled all the stuff out of the dresser. There's papers, cologne, this, that, all kinds of stuff. Put it over there in the pile. You've seen all the stuff on the floor over there by the side. Okay. Moved the dresser and mirror. And when I moved all that stuff out, that like the day after you came, I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want Larry back over here. I don't want just... And that's when I found it and moved all the rest of the stuff out there.
Okay.
And then you must have came a couple of days later and got some of the stuff.
You see what I'm running into here, though, right?
Yeah.
Every time I talk to somebody, I find out the story that you're giving me is off from the dates you gave me, the times you gave me, the dates you gave me.
I was off work. I know I was off work.
Let me explain this to you, Scott. This is serious business. We're talking about somebody's death. We're talking about a murder here. Okay? And this is probably the third time I've given you this speech. We got to be precise. Okay? And when I ask you, I'm asking you every single time, are you sure? And I'm getting that assurance from you, but then I'm coming back and we're not sure. So this is probably like the fourth or fifth change that we've gone back to. You realize, work with me here. I want to try and get the truth. I want to get to the heart of the matter. And I'm hoping you're wanting to cooperate with me.
I am.
So all these are mistakes? Is that what you're telling me?
Like I said, I was off work for that week. I was off. It's not like I'm remembering exact days. I know when we did it, and what we did.
I gave you a pretty good frame of reference as far as when you got rid of the dresser. It was only 4 days ago. This isn't like it's, months ago. And there was a pretty traumatic thing that happened. You found out that, this would have been the same day you found out that she was dead, that I came over and knocked on your door.
I was still off work when we moved the dresser. Okay. So it had to have been before Thursday.
I need to take this real quick.
I was not at work.
Okay. All right. So,
I I know for a fact I was still off work.
Well, I mean, the day I came over to see you, you told me you worked that day. Did you work that Thursday?
That was the first day I went back to work, was Thursday. Because Wednesday.
The very next day when you're moving all this stuff, you said that's the day that you did it after work. Now, at first you told me it was during the day, and then you changed it to no, it was after work. I asked you, are you very sure?
No,
and I gave you an excellent frame of reference because I came and saw you about a murder. That to me would be a beacon in the sky. This, something you should remember for a while. Homicide investigator comes to my house, knocking on my door, wanting to talk to me about my murdered friend. I would think, it would be reasonable to me, and I think most people would say, hey, this is something I'm going to damn remember. Okay? And it was only 4 days ago. Okay? So, I gave you a good frame. I gave you a time, and I said, hey, are you sure? And we've gone over this a couple of times now, and you were pretty sure.
I understand, but like I said,
you're killing me here on
I was off work. We've been doing some drugs. It's not like I'm remembering every single solitary detail, and if I say something that might have been a day off or a week off, or
do you feel like I'm trying to trap you and stuff?
No, not really.
I'm trying to be as upfront and open with you as I can.
You're asking me if I tell you I don't exactly remember.
Well, that's why I'm saying. But that's why I'm saying, are you sure? And we're getting these reminders, and that's what you're telling me. I am sure.
And I really don't remember the exact days, but if I tell you that, you're still going to be like, well, that's the beacon. It's a good reference. It's only been a week or two, week and a half. You ought to remember.
Right. Sure. I think a normal person can remember, especially with given a frame of reference. And you said, hey, look, I was off, but this is back to work time. This is when And there's a big difference between Monday when you're off and doing all this moving and Friday when you work all day and then you started afterwards. And that's where the confusion's hitting. Okay, so you're not getting confused about multiple days off. Hey, maybe if I had 4 days off in a row and something happened on the first or second day off and the third day off, maybe I could be confused. But you're going back to work. This is after a traumatic knowledge of finding out your friend's murdered. And a homicide investigator coming over to your house and taking, I went over to your parents' house and talked to you originally, right? Mm-hmm. And you agreed to come with me over to your house, right?
Yeah.
We had a long conversation. To me, that would be something sticking in my mind, a great frame of reference. The next day, you're telling me you go to work all day, and then when you get done, you move this furniture and stuff.
I just remember being late, in the afternoon, when we went down over there off Kingsville to run her by one of her friends, and I dropped them off. It was late in the day. It was starting to get kind of dusk.
Okay. Well, just to kind of clear this up a little bit, Tasha is correct then on the time that it happened that Monday.
For the baker's rack or the dresser? For
the dresser and the mirror on that Monday. She said the Baker's Act and all that was on Friday of the previous Friday, 4 days before that Monday, or 3 days before that Monday. She also said that the black guy came over and bought the stuff from you. All this happened on Monday. Now I'll get another.
That's the day we were. That's the day it happened. It was on the same day.
And that's the same day that the last time you talked to Cheryl on. It's all the same day. Because phone records put you talking to her that Monday. And Tasha, on top of that, says, and you confirm that you received a phone call from Tasha while you're driving. From Cheryl while you're driving.
She saw us three in the car with the trunk open.
Right, and you talked to her on the phone. And this is all correct, right?
That was Monday.
Okay.
I thought it was
And
Monday.
that's the last time you've told me that you've seen your friend who is now dead and murdered. That's the last time you talked to her.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all the same day. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're absolutely sure. So Tasha's correct when she says, hey, I got this dresser from him on that Monday and mirror, and it was loaded up, and you sold this
DVD player,
black guy, the DVD player, now a TV, and some kind of stereo booster on that day. That's all that Monday. And you have a conversation with Cheryl, and she overhears it, and you remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Her recollection of that conversation was an argument. You cussing that stupid whore. She thinks I owe her money. I don't owe her money. That's the gist of the conversation I'm getting from her.
I'm telling you, man, Tasha's must be talking to Larry, or Larry went over there and talked to her, and that sounds like a setup, because that never happened.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
we never argued.
We haven't talked to Pamela yet, but we'll talk to Pamela.
Talk to her before her sister calls, because I don't want to
Well, she's at work. I don't think she's gonna. Well, people. Usually when people are talking to the police, they try to tell the truth as much as possible, as long as it doesn't get them in trouble. And I don't think this is going to get them in trouble. Okay. Okay. So you're saying
she said that I argued and yelled at her, called her a stupid bitch.
Yeah, and when you got off the phone, you were still yelling and screaming. She said the conversation was basically over you owing Cheryl money, her wanting her money. She also said that you owe a lot of people money. No?
This is the same girl that when Larry and Cheryl were broke up when I lived in my old apartment, stole pills from me, denied it. Robbed me. I shouldn't even be hanging back around her.
But you went and got her, right? You went and got her to give her this furniture.
Right. Yeah, her and her sister.
And you're moving out of this apartment, this house that Derek owns for what reason again?
Because I'm probably going to be going to Keating when I go to court.
Right, so you need to move all your stuff. And your parents, the reason why you're not storing it is because your parents don't have room, is that correct?
Yeah, the garage is full. They don't want to pay storage.
Okay. So you got to get rid of this stuff.
Couches and stuff.
So it's not that you're doing them a huge favor, it's that you're doing yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was being nice to them. Mm-hmm. Their mom's always collecting broken stuff, fixing tables, but I did not owe her money, and I don't know. I'm telling you, the only thing I can think of is Larry's talked to her and said something about the wallet, implementing me and just trying to get them to go against me, because I don't know.
But everything else is lining up. The conversation's there. Yeah. They're talking about the black guy, which corroborates your story of the black guy. It's just the dates have been wrong. And you're telling me you're confused on the dates. So they have the correct dates.
I think are you sure you're not just trying to razzle me when she said that I called her a stupid this and that?
No, this is my pad. It's all right on it. Cussing at her, he owed her money. You see that sentence right there? Have you seen me write any of this since we've been in here?
No.
Okay, that's what I wrote prior to coming in here. Interview, ridiculous. 3:31 at 12:30 hours. Right now it is 1:34 hours. So I started that interview at 12:34 hours, ended it at 12:51. Oh, actually, I started the recorded session at 12:51. So, I just came from here, and that's my writing. You didn't see me write it anywhere else. Not making this stuff up, dude. I wasn't there. I'm just only going by what I'm told. Okay. Okay. So, what about this DVD player missing its power cords or connection cords? That's not true. So when I do get this guy in here, Big or LB, he's not going to have an issue with that, right? We're absolutely sure of that.
Yes.
Okay, great. The only thing that bothers me is every time I've said, "Are you absolutely sure of that?" I come back 10 minutes later and
Adam
you're not
got the TV
sure
and everything else. All I had was a DVD player left.
Okay.
And the DVD player, that other TV that was in the living room I was using at the time. And I don't have any other cords or nothing. I don't know.
Okay.
Can't believe she said that I argued, and that blows my mind, because that.
Okay, well, you hold that to yourself for a second. Let's go over this again. You said the DVD player that you gave to the black guy along with the TV, was it functional? Did it work?
Yes.
And you traded him for some what? Crack. You told me powder cocaine before.
Powder cocaine, crack.
Well, they're not the same thing. Users, they're not the same thing. Which was it?
It was crack.
Okay. So earlier when you told me you were absolutely sure that it was powder cocaine, you're not absolutely sure. You're now saying it's crack. Was that because you were confused, or because you just didn't want to, or you didn't feel there was a difference?
Well, I just didn't want to crack.
You were pretty specific. It was powder cocaine rather than crack.
You never specifically. You didn't say. You didn't say. Are you sure after every single word?
No, I didn't.
After the sentence, you said, "Are you sure you traded this for powder cocaine?"
Right. But I did go over it with you, and I did ask you. And at the end of all of it, I said, "Are you sure?" So was that deliberate?
No, just
Well, I mean,
cocaine.
you said in your mind that powder you think is not as bad, so it was deliberate. Okay,
Yeah.
so you deliberately wanted me to think it was powder rather than crack because in your mind the powder is better than the crack. Okay. Scott, you need to realize that you have to be honest with me on this. These discrepancies in your story don't shine good on you. Okay? I've had so many versions now of the story you're giving me. Okay? This is my first rodeo, man. Okay? You're not being honest with me for a reason. Okay? So, can we get to the honesty part here?
I mean, I want to call Tasha right now. I mean, I want to.
She just left here. I don't think you would get her. She would have to get all the way home. But that's neither here nor there. Okay.
I mean,
you know who I want to call? I want to call you. I want to call you and find out what the hell's going on, man. Because I really felt like when I talked to you Thursday, and I said, "Hey, man, Cheryl's dead. I really need to get a hold of Larry. I'm concerned. This is a homicide. How can I get a hold of her?" Picked up that phone. He called me. I talked to him today. You said all that. I said, "Well, call him for me." You cooperated. You gave me that. Let me look around. I was looking for power cords and stuff like that. Now, if I'd have known that 4 days before that you'd have taken everything electronic out of your house, I would have been nice to know. If I'd known that the dresser that you somehow thought I would have seen it was already gone that previous Monday.
The TV's been gone longer than 4 days.
Okay.
TV and surround sound. I mean, that's been gone like.
Well, it's 4 days. Yeah, it should be a week and 1 day is what it should be. Because now it would have been 4 days if the times were correct the first time you gave it to me. But they aren't. Because now you're saying that Tasha's times are correct. So a week from yesterday would have been when you got rid of the TVs and stuff, right? Or at least the small TV, the DVD player, the dresser, the mirror, and all the stuff with the exception of the baker's board, right? Now, am I saying that right? Baker's board? Is that what it is?
Rack.
Baker's rack. Okay. Baker's rack. Kind of enlighten me. What is that?
It's like a tall, something you put in the kitchen. It's got like a metal frame on the back. It's
Okay, I
like
get
a
that.
little mini countertop.
Was it from the ground up kind of baker's rack, or is it something you sell on the counter?
Ground up.
Okay. All right. So, had you been correct and all that, but now, learning it different now, knowing that night, you'd already gotten rid of that stuff. Certainly, you should have already found that wallet at that point, right? No? So it's the next day you find the wallet. We're not confused on the time for the wallet find, right?
No, I mean,
You're positive.
the day after
4 days.
y'all come.
Right.
The day after y'all come, which was Thursday.
Right.
First day I went back to work.
Mm-hmm.
The day after that,
Right.
I moved all the stuff out, and that's when I found it.
Okay.
And that was a Friday.
And that was Friday.
Yeah.
Did you work that day?
Yes.
Okay. And so what time was it when you got around and found this? In the evening?
After work.
Okay. After work? You're right.
Mhm.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we're sure of that.
I'm sure. 100%.
Okay. You find that wallet and, you know at this point that Cheryl's dead. You know that I was in a hurry to try and get a hold of Larry. Because I think I told you that night, hey, I'm going to want to get a statement from you. But right now, it's more important for me to talk to Larry.
Mhm.
So I need to get a hold of him. But I'll be back in contact with you.
Yes.
Right? I didn't talk to you that whole day at Friday while you're at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you kind of looking around to see if I was going to come see you that day?
I figured you'd call or something.
Okay.
I mean,
So you find this wallet, and rather than call the sheriff's office or call me, you put it under your bed,
mm-hmm.
okay? And you put her wallet from a murder victim under your bed, and you don't call anybody, and you say nothing about it until I find out about it yesterday, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
after Larry, who is moving out the rest of his stuff, finds it in your bedroom, which he probably shouldn't have been in your bedroom, but that
Shouldn't have been in the house.
Well, if he has property in the house, which he did, certainly still has a right to go in there and get it. He was your roommate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when did he move out, or did he? Actually, his stuff was still there, so I guess he never officially moved out, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. So his stuff was still there.
Well, Sunday's when he got the rest of his stuff out.
Okay.
I guess he come back to get his boat Monday
Okay.
and some stuff that he had in the garage.
Okay.
And Sunday, I was just getting up to go play golf, and that board that was there was moved, and he was opening the door up. I guess, I don't know if he didn't have the key on him or what, but I mean, he came over Sunday and was when he was getting the rest of the stuff.
Okay. And so he
It
moved
was
his
all
stuff
out on the dresser. I mean, all out in the sunroom.
All right. Did you think
That
about
was the
that wallet then?
Yeah.
What's on your mind? I mean, to me, if I'm sitting there and I know I got this murdered girl's wallet with her driver's license, and obviously you knew that because you said you opened it up and knew it was her driver's license.
I saw it was Cheryl's wallet.
Man, and the homicide guys are coming over and wanting to talk to my friend, my former roommate Larry. I would think, hell, I'd be beeline off. Hey, you need to come talk to him. I got their wallet over here. It was bound in his room, in his dresser, or his room at least. I mean, I think I would be concerned with that, wouldn't you? Does it make sense? Is it logical to you?
Yes.
It's logical to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of go, does it make sense? Okay? And you never call me.
No.
I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, I'm going to call Derek to make sure about this week off, but Danny was supposed to, when we talked to Danny, he was supposed to confirm with the others whether you had gotten it off. And
Sunday,
he further adds,
Sunday I was supposed to work and I didn't work.
Okay.
And then I talked to Derek, and then that's when he said, okay, take you a few days off,
Right.
and Wednesday's your normal day off. We got that covered.
Right.
Be ready to go Thursday. That starts the new pay week, the beginning of the week when we start the paycheck.
So I'm going to have no problem getting through to Derek and getting that same answer.
Nope.
Okay. And Adam is the one that you had this arrangement with. Now, Adam, I understand, has a little baby, right? You work
He's
with
got a
him
little
on
girl.
Floor 3? Okay. Because he's concerned right now about getting over there to his little girl. So he's going to tell me that you had this deal arranged for Cheryl, or was trying to arrange it with Cheryl that Monday. Is that correct? Is that what he's going to tell me?
Well, he's just going to say, some he didn't say for who or what.
Oh, you didn't tell him it was for
No.
Cheryl? Okay. And he got the big screen TV and all that good stuff. Okay, now when we get to the black guy, he's going to tell me he had everything he needed for that DVD player except for the remotes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else there would have been. It was just a DVD player, the TV, and the thing.
What connects the DVD player to the TV?
I didn't hear him say anything about where's the power cords or nothing. He just took it and left. I mean, he didn't. I don't remember him saying,
If you remember,
hey, where's the cords and all that. He
Okay.
said, where's the remote?
If you remember prior to this, me coming back in here, when I was asking you about that, and you were going over, I think we started with game systems.
Mhm.
Remember I asked you about game systems. Had you ever had one? You said never had one.
Never had
I asked you about a computer. Never had a computer. Then we went over the big screen TV and all that stuff. And then we went over Adam buying the TV and the price of it, the surround sound. And I was very specific. Hey, did he have all the wires and stuff for that? And then we went over
Adam got everything that was plugged up, hooked up in there. He got everything with that.
I understand.
I mean,
And you told me the same thing with the black guy getting the DVD player. Because I asked you, and I was specific about that, because that's one of the questions I have, is if all the wires are with it. And I made sure I asked you that question, and you were absolutely sure of it. And then when I came back in here and I asked you about it again, I'm asking you about these cords and stuff, and you telling me the only thing he was missing is the 2 remotes, which he got that following Sunday.
the remote, the DVD
That's the
player
only
didn't
thing
have
he's
one.
missing.
The remote.
Right, the remote for the TV, right? Because there's not one for the DVD player, right?
No, there's no remote for the DVD player.
Okay, so there's just one for the TV.
TV.
And that's the one he got on Sunday.
That's the one he got on Sunday.
Okay, so Tasha, who's telling me, she recalls the black guy saying, hey, how do I even know if this works? There's no cords for it. You don't have all the cords here. That's bullshit. That's what you're telling me.
I don't remember that. I mean, I think that's bullshit.
But when I asked you about it, you said all the wires are there, correct? So are you sure that all the wires are there for that DVD player?
I don't remember. I had the cord, I mean, the plug that plugs it in wrapped around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I really don't remember if there was any cords with it or not. I mean.
Okay. But you were sure of that before I took the break.
I'm telling you, man, I think Larry's talked to her and said something about cords or something, because she's too involved and saying too much stuff.
Well, I'm asking
that
her
she wouldn't know
specifically about that.
Okay.
And then she recalls, yeah, this was said. You know?
I mean, I don't know what else to say, man.
Well, I mean, you're sure one minute, you're not the next.
Telling you,
That's what's killing me.
He's got the DVD player. You know,
well, I don't doubt that.
I traded
Hell, I got a witness that says
it
that.
for drugs.
But does he got the power cords to it? You're telling me, first you're telling me yes. Then you're telling me now you're not so
power
sure.
cords. I thought you meant like the cord, because the DVD player's got it plugs in the back and it's got the cords you plug in the wall. You can take that off. I mean, that's like, it pulls out.
So the power cord is detachable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
but a DVD player, for it to work, has to have some type of connections between it and the television.
I don't think there was any RCA jacks or anything.
Okay. You remember that word RCA jacks?
Yeah.
Okay. RCA jacks. No remote, but there was RCA jacks. Look right here. I wrote that. No remote, and then there's RCA jacks right here. You know why I wrote that? And that's what I wrote the first time when I left, before I went and talked to her. So this last little break, because you mentioned specifically the same word, RCA jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wrote it down that way, because you said they were there. You know?
And you said, what are you talking about? And I said the two things.
Yeah, oh, I know. And you explained how it was. So you were very sure of them being there prior to my break. Now, after talking to her and after her telling me about this, now you're not sure. And now you're saying even further that you don't remember there being RCA jacks. When before this interview, you specifically said RCA jacks when I asked you if the cords were all there.
You haven't talked to him yet and asked him?
No, I haven't talked to him yet. I haven't talked to him. I just talked to her.
I don't know, man. I think you're tricking me now or trying to confuse me or something.
I'm trying not to trick you. I'm trying not to confuse you. Trust me, I don't want to confuse you. Hell, you've messed up every date I've had so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said it's one thing, been absolutely sure, and then as soon as I show proof the other way, it's changed again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get a hold of Derek. Let's get that issue settled, okay? Let me call Derek real quick. So I'll be right in here. Do you need to go to the bathroom? You need some water?
I do need to use the restroom.
Sure. Let me get somebody over here to take care of that for you. I'll be right back. I will call Mr. Derek, and we'll go from there. Okay? Sit tight. All right, man. Bear with me here. I'm still trying to get a hold of Big Mike here. Tell me if any of these. This is probably old here. SO5. That Big Mike?
Yeah.
That's him?
I mean, I don't know where you get Mike from, but.
Oh, LB. You said LB.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that him?
Yeah. Can I open? I thought it was on another page.
Yeah, there's an old picture of him. That's him though? For sure?
That's not the same guy.
That's the same guy. He just was a lot skinnier in prison. They always fatten up after. And none of these guys are him. You sure it's this guy?
This looks more like him. I'm not 100% sure of that.
Let's see what we got here. Posted as LB. This guy goes by LB.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably him.
That looks like him.
He sure don't look the same in prison though, do they? God, dog. Alright, man. Alright, so you think this is going to be LB?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me go get this mofo in here and we will get this concluded, man.
Do you lunch or anything?
Yeah, you hungry? You want something? What you want? What you want?
lights are getting bright in here too. Starting to get a headache and hunger headache and stuff.
I can't adjust the lights on one setting. What are you hungry for? You want a burger or something?
I don't care, man. Whatever.
McDonald's a drink?
It
Something
don't
like
matter.
that? I'll hook you up, man. Sit tight. He goes by LB. Hey. This look like him?
No, I mean maybe, but I don't think so.
I mean, this guy's goes by LB and lives in that same damn trailer park you're talking about. The other one doesn't. That one's down here on the south end.
I thought
Sure that ain't him? How's he look now? How's he got his hair?
real short.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of heavy.
There you go.
Is that him?
That could be.
Let me look at the photo array, see if I got one with him shorter hair. I don't have another photo with him. Let's go ahead. Him and eye on him. If he got a recent arrest or something. All right, Scott. Back again. You're under arrest for the murder of Cheryl Kane. I have a warrant right here for your arrest. Over-counter homicide. Signed by the judge. This is your rights. Today's date is 6/9/09. The time right now is 16:24 hours. We're here at Scumbag County Sheriff's Office. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present while being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, your lawyer will be appointed for you without cost before question. If you wish to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Are you currently represented by an attorney in any pending criminal cases? No. And that would be an A. And right here are the rights I just read to you. If I could get you to initial them, that I read those to you.
I'm not signing that.
Okay. You're not going to sign it that I read you those rights? Okay. Here's what's going on. I got the DNA back. Your DNA is on the steering wheel of her car. Your DNA is on the cord around her hands. And your DNA is touch DNA all over her person.
Yeah.
Okay? Her wallet's there in your house.
You don't have my DNA.
I have your DNA.
You don't have nothing.
Okay. I have your DNA.
If this is one of those scare tactics, like the 8-hour interview.
See that report right there? FDLE report right there. This is about Cheryl Renee Kane. Scott Thompson is included in DNA profile 37. It goes on and on and on like that. See your name? Exhibit Scott Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, this ain't no bullshit. And, this is your opportunity here to tell me what led to this incident. It doesn't mean, I don't know exactly what happened because obviously only you and her were there. But this isn't a question of whether or not you did it or not. This is a question of why you did it or not. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. You will obviously get your day in court to explain what happened. But if there's some mitigating circumstances, she attacked you, anything happened along those lines, I need to know about it now.
No.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about this or no?
No, I don't. I mean, you don't have my DNA.
Okay.
I've never been in her car.
Okay. You've never been in her car?
Never been in her car.
Okay. And
I've ridden
there's
her car
electrical-
once, a long time ago.
okay, were you driving?
No.
Okay. Your DNA is included on her steering wheel.
There's no way.
Sorry. Your DNA is included on those power cords around her wrist. Now, I know we had this little thing about the DVD player that you gave to that guy, and, I've gotten that DVD player, and he says you provide him with cords to it. So I don't know if these are different cords or what, but these 3-prong cords that will go into like a DVD player or something, your DNA's coming back on that. and all over the person. The
Just
only thing
'cause
I
I s-
figured, because there wasn't no fingerprints, is that you were sweating when you did this, and maybe your sweat dropped in there, or maybe you took your gloves off and thought you were cool just touching the clothing part and that you wouldn't get fingerprints on that. I don't know. But you're saying you never drove a car. You're coming back on a car, on the steering wheel. So if you've never been in a car, that's fine. But your DNA's in her car, and that's the problem. Your wallet ends up in your house under your bed. Now I know you said that Larry Spears must have put that there. You found it in Larry Spears' thing. Larry Spears' phone records come back that he's in Alabama. His DNA ain't showing up anywhere on this. That's the problem. I don't have Larry Spears' DNA on our steering wheel. I don't have Larry Spears' DNA on the cords. I have yours. Okay?
No.
So if Larry's excluded, you're telling me you found the stuff in his room and you thought that, hey, I'll just take this and put it underneath my bed and hold it for me. Well, that's kind of a bullshit story. We kind of knew that from the get-go, didn't we? Okay? The situation is, I don't know what brought on the thing. I mean, I realize you were arguing with her that day over money or some crap. That's the information I have. But I don't think that's enough to kill somebody. If you were with her that day, this would be the time to explain how your DNA's on her.
I was not with her that day.
Okay. You're not with her that day, you ain't drove her car, and you didn't touch the cords, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Talk to me. How are you, do you own some of her clothing? I mean, have you been over to her house and done her laundry or something? I mean, there's got, it don't just magically appear. And Larry's isn't there. That's what hurts even more. I mean, if her wallet ended up under my bed and Larry's DNA was all over this shit, well, now I probably isn't here talking to Larry right now. But that ain't the case. Okay?
All right.
Now, I don't know if she attacked you, if she was pissed off at you because you owed her money. I don't know if she threatened you or what happened. But I do know she's dead. She's tied up. You're on her car. You're on the straps around her hands, and you got DNA all over her clothing. I don't understand how that happened. Now, this would be, hey, if something mitigating here, this is when we talk about it. This is not that time, well, I'm going to deny. I need to know. It didn't just magically appear. And I think I've been honest with you every time we've been in here. And I've explained things as I went, what was going on. Went and told you, hey, I'm going to go talk to this person. I'm going to talk to this person. I'm going to tell you. And I came back with you each time. This isn't a mystery thing. I don't sit in here and come in here and try and tell you, hey, I got this big folder of bullshit. No, this is real stuff. I come in here and I've been straight up with you each time. Here's what I learned. Can you explain this? Now, you've backpedaled in the past. Well, I showed you the phone records. You said, well, I don't remember all those phone calls. Okay? Well, maybe you don't. But we got a situation here where this isn't a memory thing. You're there. That ain't the question. The question is, why are you there? Now, if you got an explanation for that, I'm willing to hear it. Then that's what I'm here to do. I'm willing to hear your explanation. Okay? Sit there and shake your head all you want, but it's there.
What do I need to do to sign this?
That's just saying that you understand your rights. You don't have to talk to me.
Okay.
And if you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. That's just saying you understand that I explained that to you. Okay?
Let's see.
You have the right to make something. Everything I just read to you right there. And I'll witness it. There got to be an explanation, dude. The only explanation I know of is that you killed her. Talk to me. Tell me.
Have I been hiding?
No, you haven't been hiding. You've been in the jail. I mean,
before that, was I?
No.
Was I trying
but
to be deceitful?
Maybe you thought I didn't think you were being totally honest with me because, I kept catching little lies.
Yeah.
But we're beyond that now.
All right.
So if there's some reason why you're supposed to, your DNA is going to be on there, if there's some reason you forgot, this is the time to damn sure remember. This is serious business right here, right now. Okay?
No, I mean,
No.
my DNA is not in that car.
Okay.
And it is not on her.
It is.
It's not in the steering
And
wheel.
that's what I'm telling you, it is. Now you may be smart enough to wear gloves so the fingerprints aren't there, but apparently you took them off or you sweated down on them. That's the only explanation I have for it, because I don't have your fingerprints there. I think you were very careful. I think you did a very good job wearing gloves the entire time you're taping her. I just want to know why. You know, she obviously y'all got a little bit of issue according to your friend Miss Fowler. You're cussing and yelling up a storm, mad at her that day. I don't see the reason.
Did you ever
for it.
ask her sister Pam that was in the car that same question?
No.
Because
I understand you were dating Pam, huh?
No.
Went out with her or something.
No, never.
That was interest I had. I talked to Fowler, who says she's in there, and she's telling me she knows Cheryl, knows her voice. You know?
I told her it was Cheryl. I mean, it wasn't an argument.
Okay, so you're talking with her on the phone, but she's saying you're cussing up a storm and angry, and it's all over money. Now, you told me you paid Cheryl back on Friday, as I recall, right? Okay, so you paid her this money, right? This conversation is supposed to happen on Monday. I guess during all that series of phone calls that you have that afternoon with her. Because you're talking to Cheryl, I think, like 6 times that evening. The last person you talked to on your cell phone, because I've only got your cell phone records, is her. You talked to your last 3 phone calls are all her. Okay? So, you're telling me that you're calling to try and get her some drugs. You have 3 phone calls with her, but I don't see where you're trying to call the drug dealer for. I met the drug dealer. I actually got a hold of him and talked to him.
Yeah.
I had to go get the folder, get his name. You described the gold color thing, the car. He's got an aunt. He didn't want to tell me his first name, but I ended up getting a hold of him, talking to him and his aunt. He said he was nervous talking to you because he had heard about some murder. I guess he knows Larry Spears too, and y'all met this drug dealer through Larry's. He said he recorded you when you came over. I got a recording of the recording. I got a recording of where he recorded. You remember him recording you?
On his cell phone?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He recorded it off his cell phone. I recorded that. I may still have it. Well, anyway, you just go over. Oh yeah, the cops are talking to me about this. But yeah, I talked to him, find out what was going on that day. I've talked to everybody, dude.
All right.
And you're arguing with her over money. Do I think that's enough to kill somebody? No. But obviously you got anger problems because we know about the other incident, right? What you're in here for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So were you that angry?
No. I'm not that angry of a person.
Okay, you're not. Well, you had an issue with that one incident, I guess. And maybe that was unique. Okay. But she's saying that you're yelling and cussing, calling her the biatch and cunt and all this other stuff.
That is
screaming
the most
and hollering.
bullshit.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking to the witnesses. Okay. So you got that. Her wallet appears there in your house. Now, let me tell you, if Larry Spears' DNA was in there, I'm all about everybody and his brother was saying, Larry Spears did this. That's why I came to you that first time I talked to you. Said, hey, I want to find your roommate. I need to talk to Larry Spears. Remember that day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm hot and heavy. Go and try and talk to him because everybody and his brother saying, hey, Larry had some girl die over his house. And Larry's a bad person. He was with her. He's probably jealous. She's got a new boyfriend. I'm all about that, right? I go there, find out. Phone records show him up in Alabama. I can actually see him because he's making phone calls as he's going up to Alabama. DNA, none of it comes back on him. Who she's talking to is you. Where her wallet where we find her wallet, it's in your house. Did she leave her wallet in your house today she came over to pay you? Maybe that's it. She leave the wallet over there today she come and pay you? She'll here, give me the money you want and here's my wallet too. Do you remember her even coming in your house?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd she go?
We were in Larry's room. He has a safe, like a big, blonde, kind of cream-colored safe.
Right.
And she wanted to get in there and get some little needles out of it.
Okay. Didn't tell me this the other time. So tell me about these needles.
Well, that was a few days before.
Oh, we talked about that day, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we got some details. So tell me about this day.
And she just came in and got it, and that's when I paid her.
So you think maybe she left the wallet in there?
I don't know.
My parents see it on Sunday, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the green purse. You said you've never been in her car or driven her car?
No.
Steering wheel, dude. Steering wheel.
All right.
I mean, you know, what can I say? You know, if I was finding Larry's DNA all over this, it'd be a totally different situation. But, you know, her wallet, who's seen by the family, you know, the day that she is last seen, you know, last time they see her, she's got that wallet. She's got that little green purse. The little black wallet's with it. See them both laying on the counter. Her daddy swears up and down he saw it that day. Okay? It ends up under your bed between mattresses. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you say you found it in Larry. Don't make sense. If Larry's out of town, how'd the wallet get over there? And phone records are showing him. I mean, I'm doing tower hits. This ain't no joke. We do tower hits. I go tower hits. I'm seeing him go up Molino, head up in Century. He makes a call about 9:45 that night, call somebody, and the phone call shows him up in Alabama. Ain't no bullshit. She's talking to you 5 minutes for that on the phone, on your phone. Both your phone records and her phone records show that. She's yakking to you. She don't make any more phone calls that night. After about 9:45, she's done. No more phone calls. And then I got some ladies telling me, hey, we're over here at the bus station. About 1:30 or so in the morning, we see a car blacked out coming down Burgess Road. Pull into that Shell station. Hear a commotion over by the dumpster. I don't know if it was the lid slamming down. I don't know if it's her body getting thrown in there. Then the car's blacked out driving back up Burgess Road. So I got a pretty good time frame on when this all occurred. That night you're supposed to be home alone, doing nothing. Nobody can confirm where the hell you are. You don't make any more phone calls until the next morning. You're busy all night. I guess you were sleeping it off. Okay? I mean, that was your story, right? You're home alone,
I work
right?
the next day.
Yeah, work the next day. And you're on the phone. I checked out all the phone calls that you made. I know you called to check on your warrants. All that good stuff. I mean, I know the phone calls you made. I checked all your phone records, went through every one of them. Okay? But the problem I got is that wallet, how does it mysteriously get under your bed when he's out of town? Okay? That wallet, your explanation is you find it in Larry's stuff. Did we walk through that house that day? I didn't see it sitting around. I didn't see it sitting around there. Did you? All of a sudden it appears and it's under your bed. I think that, you know, if I was going to go back and look at this and see, hey, what did he screw up on? That wallet would ring big time. I think the wallet you screwed up on. I think you did a damn good job with fingerprints. You must have gloved up, and it's hard with electrical tape. With that big, thick black tape, it's hard to tape stuff up with gloves on. Hey, and wasn't a fingerprint on it. I think you had to wipe the car too, because there wasn't any fingerprints on the car, but the touch DNA was there. That's what got you. That's what bit you in the butt. That and the wallet were the two things, I think, where you failed. Did a pretty good job other than that. And this isn't, you know, this ain't no bullshit. You know, maybe there was some situation I don't know about there that day, because I don't know exactly what occurred. I don't even know exactly where this took place at. I just know the end result is a woman dead. Okay? Her family wants answers. I certainly would like to have the answers. I'm curious as a cat. That's why I do this job. Because I want to know. My whole job is to find out the truth. That's why we check all the facts. Okay? But the DNA report's coming back with you on the steering wheel, you on the electrical cord, you on the clothing. Okay? The wallet's in your house. It's in your house at a time when Larry Spears is confirmed out of town. Okay? So your story is that you find it in Larry Spears. I don't know, man. It don't make sense. The only thing that makes sense is it's you. We took all these facts and presented them to a judge, and he felt the same way. Okay? That's why the judge signed it. So, you know, if you want to sit here and deny, I'm telling you, you're going to go down with the cold-blooded killer who did it. If there's something that went wrong, if there's something that happened, this is the time to tell me. This is the time to tell me, hey, she was pissed off, I owed her money, pulled the gun on me, I did take care of myself. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But this is the time to tell me, okay? Because we keep jacking around like this, and then all of a sudden you want to go the day of the court and say, yeah, you know, a year and a half ago when I got arrested for this, I didn't want to tell the policeman, but, you know, we got in an argument, it was an accident. I don't want to hear all that bullshit. I don't want to hear all that whining and crying stuff later. I want to know about it now. So if you got an explanation for all these facts coming back to you, I am all about hearing it. All about it. Okay?
Got nothing.
Got nothing. Okay. I got nothing. A judge don't sign for nothing, dude. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't sign. I don't get a warrant signed off nothing. So, that's your explanation. That's your explanation. But,
That's it.
damn. There's no reason you can tell me why your DNA would be there. No reason you can tell me why the wallet would end up under your bed. That actually makes sense. Where'd the wallet come from, dude? Where'd the wallet come from? What were y'all talking about on the phone all night? I mean, you couldn't have been talking about, you do have the right to remain silent. You don't have to talk to me at all, and I told you that in rights. If you don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. But I got questions, and the family's got questions, and everybody wants answers. Okay? If you can tell me what y'all were talking about, it can't be a drug dealer. It can't be over drugs because you didn't call nobody else to try and get her no drugs. The last 3 phone calls are with her. You don't call anybody else. So if you're trying to get her drugs, who you calling? Nobody. You just go to bed, I guess, right?
I told
She don't come by.
No.
Nobody's over there. Nobody's with you all night. You don't drive her car. How's your DNA on the damn steering wheel, dude?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know either. Look, I don't go out to try and focus in on. You came out of left space. I tell you, the first time I saw you, I could tell you were nervous, but I didn't know why. I was trying to get to Larry Spears, was I not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was my goal. That's where I was headed to. I want to go to Alabama and talk to Larry Spears. You put me on the phone with him. I was all about that.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I checked on Larry, the more I checked on Tommy Cody, they don't match up. Everything's coming back to you.
Obviously.
So, why? Other than you did it, why? Somebody walking around collecting your skin? Trying to put DNA on you?
Must be.
Well, they should have collected your fingerprints. That would have been easier, huh?
You're the only one that got my DNA.
Okay. Me, FDLE, I don't collect that. The crime scene does, but yeah. You gave it to the courts, you gave it to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Nobody else collected any. But it's on her steering wheel. And that wallet, man, talk to me about this wallet, man. I mean, you had an excuse that day. Tell me again where you found it.
I need to use the bathroom whenever we get a chance.
You can use the bathroom. You want to go right now? I'll let you go right now. Sure. Yeah. I'll cuff you in the front. That way you can still take care of your business, but I gotta stand in there while you're in there. Okay?
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna double lock it because you ain't gonna be sitting on it. Shouldn't be any kind of tightening, but if you tighten it, it will tighten. Those good. Hang a left right here. Right here. Okay, so what were we talking about? You find the wallet where? Where do you find that wallet again?
I'm waiting for my day in court, like you said, man.
Okay. You don't want to talk to me? I'll get up and go. If you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I just want to remind you, this is the last time you are going to get a chance to talk to me before court. Last time you'll get a chance to get your signed versions out before we go. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. As long as you're good with that. Don't want to answer any of those questions for that family.
We'll find out. We'll have my day in court, like I
Okay.
said.
That's what we did. Come on.
Scott Thompson was charged with murder after this second interrogation. He was convicted of second-degree murder in July of 2010 and sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. At 42 years old, Scott Thompson died in prison on April 27, 2023, at the Blackwater Correctional Facility in Milton, Florida. And ironically, his father also passed on the very same day in Pensacola, Florida. Scott Thompson's cause of death has never been publicly reported by the Florida Department of Corrections. I want to thank you all for watching. We have a lot more on the way here at Couch Detectives, so make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you in the next one.